So then Lyle walks out in this thong, and I swear to God, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's drunk off his ass.
Why would you do that?
Oh, well, nobody wants to picture that. Everybody's getting ready to go to bed. They don't want to think
listen, right by now, they already pictured it in her head. I can't take it back once I've said it.
Well, that's true.
Oh, we are live, aren't we?
Welcome to the James Dockery. I wish I could catch a fish hour.
No. I've already caught fish today. I can't help it if you bitched about the fish I caught.
I never complained about the fish you caught.
You did too.
Well, maybe a little.
Oh, no.
Poor Josh invites us in here, and this is how we treat him.
I know. I wouldn't expect it any different.
So he knew what he was getting into when he said, "Hey, you want to come on while I go fishing?" Yeah.
Let's see Let's see. Run through here. We got Pontoon Jody was the first one in here. David Smith. Looks like Pontoon Jody and David Smith in the chat right now, but the numbers are going up. We're at the 7 now, so
that'll change. I'm fixing to share it.
Welcome everybody to Bullheads and BS, and you're going to hopefully get both, but I know for sure you'll get one of them.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And we might even mess up and catch a fish. So
you never know.
We're trying out a new LED light tonight, and I can tell you already that I love it. That sucker is bright. We got the old bullhead rig going on.
Now, Josh, show us those hooks you're using. I know you've ordered a whole bunch of them, and
I've ordered 1,000 of these. Let me get.
There you go. So for those of you who wanted to order some, get a hold of Josh or order them through Bonehead Stackle.
Yep.
There you go.
And let me try to. I got me a little light here. I'm going to try to.
I want to share this out.
There we go. That is a little bitty tiny 3/0. Thank you, Jody, for sharing me out. David Smith's right. Put the kids to bed now. That's the truth. Got a little bitty 3/0 bonehead circle hook, and you know I got those by mistake one time, and I never really had any idea what to do with them until recently. Decided they might be good for bullhead, and they turned out to be really good for bullhead. So
I think they'd be good for eater cats and yellow perch.
Absolutely.
Well, I didn't think about yellow perch with them.
There, catfish crappie number for 5 months.
Hey, Mark. Hope you're feeling better. Mark was supposed to be live tonight.
Yeah, but he hurt his back lifting up that small little bass. I mean, he's getting up there to be about the same age as Lyle, so it's to be expected.
I heard tell that he picked up his wallet and hurt his back.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa, look at that night crawler. That sucker's long.
There you go.
Look at that.
Good one.
Now, are those bait holder hooks? Bait holder circle hooks or just circle hooks?
Just circle hooks. Oh, yeah, just circle hooks.
David Smith, thank you so much. We are glad to have her back also.
Hey, come back here, Worm.
Get out of there.
You son of a gun.
Son of a what?
Gun.
Oh, excuse me. Crappie Dave Fish On has joined us. David Smith joined us.
Hey, Crappie Dave, David.
Well, he must be talking to the people in chat because we are not good people.
Grabbed a different set of rod and reels tonight for this. We are using some high dollar. We're using some high dollar equipment for bullheads. I'll tell you that. I'm fishing with Duckett Ghost bass rods because I knew they were white and they'd show up good. So we're using bass gear tonight.
All right.
So it'd be good for it.
Channel cat stuff. There's
That'd be nice to see
Christina.
him get a hold of a whole bunch of channel cats.
All right.
Now, what kind of rig are you using besides that circle hook? You using a Texas rigs, Carolina?
It's a Carolina rig, and to be totally honest, it is the same rig that was in my Short Tip Saturday this week. So,
You guys
If
go
you
over to
haven't
his
seen
channel.
that, you
Make
need
sure
to go
you
check it
watch
out.
that video.
there we go. All right. You ain't crawling off.
Great video.
Figured it'd be neat to do something different, you know.
Well.
All right. Good work on that one. Oh my. That'll go a mile. The other end, that clear mono is not showing up. I'll tell you that right now. But that other line is.
What's the other one?
It's green, like what they call that.
Slime line?
No, it's a braid. It's a Cast King Superpower braid, but I forget. It's some new color, like solar green or something like that they come up with.
Robert, you bite your tongue.
That's
I do
right.
not look that damn old.
He's older than me, Robert. Don't let him.
I am not older than him. He's got at least 100 years on me, folks.
Oh, stop. You're as older as a snapping turtle.
I've never heard that. Older than
The one at Bass Pro that's like 300 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, Lyle caught that son of a bitch on the one day using the cane pole.
It was just a pup. Damn. I'm looking for the charger for my GoPro batteries. I can't find the batteries or the GoPro.
All right. Got us some. I ain't dragging the cart out tonight. We'll just do like we did last time and fish out of the stakeholders on the truck. It worked good that last time. So.
Yeah, it did.
Christina says I was having a hard time seeing the lines when we was out the other night.
Who in the heck is it? Oh, it's Lennon. Okay.
There's Nightbot.
There's Nightbot. Hello, Nightbot. I don't have my tablet out here yet. So if somebody wants to put exclamation point Dockery into the.
Don't do that. Why in the hell are you starting to crap with me already, old man?
Because it's fun.
Well, that's beside
How did
the
I become
point.
old man? Man, I found me something cool today too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Simply lemonade with raspberry. Yeah, Christina, it's Lennon from work. I had a text message a minute ago. It said, "Is that you out there at Arrowhead?" And I'm like, I didn't have the number in my phone, but I was like, obviously they got to know me.
That's right.
Like this could go really good or really bad. It all depends on who texted me.
That's a fact.
If it goes real bad, I'll just turn Dockery loose on them.
There you go.
Oh man.
Oop.
What is this? I teach Jody to cook.
See how
Are
long
they
it
just regular
takes.
bugs, or are those mayflies, Josh?
They're just little bugs. Nothing special.
Okay.
Just little gnats and stuff, enough to be a nuisance.
About the size of James.
You are shorter than I am.
That
What are
is
you
not
talking
true.
about? That is true.
That is not true.
I've got pictures of me sitting in a hole and still freaking taller than you are.
Let's see him.
Oh, you are
Teach
so
Jody
lucky.
to-
I can't put
Oh,
pictures
Mark,
of
I'll
that.
be adding that command. Exclamation, teach Jody to cook.
Yeah.
Even Nightbot had no answer yet. We can, but the thing is, Nightbot can learn. I can. All right. Get the old Cinderella candle going again.
There you go.
I put that right underneath this. Probably run all those bugs out of here.
Do them citronella candles do any good for you?
Sometimes they do. Other times, not so much.
No.
I said that, but they have thinned out a little bit since I put that out there.
Good.
The thing stink.
I'll have to look for them tomorrow. No, get down.
Hey. Yeah.
Pinch Smart. Thermacell is the way to go. I like them myself.
Oh, thermocells are awesome.
They are.
They're not too good. Not too good if it's windy out though.
No.
It blows out.
Sitting in a deer stand on a still night, man, they do.
We've used them out bank fishing before, and
We've used the boat before.
yeah, I think we've used them in the boat. I think the first time I ever really thought it did any good was in the boat.
Yeah. I used to use them bow hunting all the time. They was amazing. Get out of there. Damn, dog, you're a terrible pain in the ass.
Thermocells, way to go. There's a moth.
No. Get out of there.
Oop. Ah, crap. Undo. Am I still there? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to swipe something away on my phone, and it said close StreamYard.
No, you don't want to do that. You don't want to give James and I the opportunity without you in here.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of James, I think he's gone.
Did he leave? Oh, Hilden, he's in the. No. He left.
Yeah, I don't see him in the bottom because I would let him in just so I can make fun of him. Well, you know how that works.
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can move that a little bit. There we go.
Christina says, I'm having a slice of Mexican casserole. Then
Oh, Lyle, you should. Man, that stuff was good.
It sounds good.
She made that the other day. It has lots of ground beef and cheese and black beans and corn and all that stuff in there. And then it's got a bunch of like a bag full of the nacho cheese Doritos in this thing.
Wow.
And I ate some, let's see, Saturday night, I think we ate it. And then I ate some for lunch yesterday. And I put sour cream on it yesterday. It's even better.
Wow.
But sour cream, everything goes good with sour cream.
Pretty much. Fajitas sure does. But I like them.
Oh, you'll have to, if you and Cindy ever get over this way, there's the Mexican restaurant, one of the ones we go to quite a bit. They just opened a new at a different location. They bought a bigger building, and it's a lot nicer. And they've got one that they added to the menu. They've got a thing called a cowboy burrito.
Oh, wow.
This thing is huge, and it has like fajita peppers and onions, steak, big old like full strips of bacon,
Oh,
and then ham, like cut up ham and cheese in this thing. It's delicious.
it sounds awesome. Dale Haystack, welcome.
Hey, Dale. Good to see you in here, buddy. Oh, yeah, just kind of hanging out.
I can't believe I made James mad enough that he left.
I know, right?
I mean, I've been a lot more abusive to him than that before.
He didn't even say bye tonight. He just left.
He just go. Katie might have scolded him. Who knows?
Just one right now. I don't know if Lennon is out here fishing right now or not. The guy that texted me earlier, he said he'd keep some bullheads for me if I wanted him to. He said he's got one right now, which would make me think he's out here at this lake, but
sounds like it.
I don't know where he is. We need a
No.
Well, both these rods are medium action bass rods. I think if we get any bites at all, we're going to know it in a hurry on them.
Them bullheads usually hit pretty hard.
Yeah, and these Ducket Ghosts, man, I tell you what, they're my go-to rods for bass fishing just because of how sensitive they are.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about this the other day. I've got these two stake holes. I could get me some wood. It wouldn't take nothing to just make me something to go across from stake hole to stake hole, and I could put some. I wouldn't have to put any fancy rod holders in it. I could just make some PVC stuff in there, and I could make a truck bed rod holder or truck bed rod rack.
You could, and put you a lounge chair in the back of your truck.
And that's exactly what I was thinking of. You sit back there in the back of the truck in a lounge chair, and you don't have to get out of the truck until you got something hooked to get him close to the bank, and then you got to get out. But
Your little brother, the Gone Wild. Welcome.
Your little brother gone wild, huh?
New one for me.
That's a new one for me.
But you know what? We're glad to have you in here as long as you're
Absolutely.
just sit back and relax and enjoy.
We're here to.
Dockery left, so I don't have anybody to make fun of, but I'll find somebody.
Yeah, we're just we're hanging out tonight. We're just fishing a little bitty old lake that's about 10 minutes from my house, and I hadn't fished up until last week when I fished here during Mark's. Well, it's a week ago today when I fished here during Mark's live. No. I hadn't fished this lake in well over 20 years.
Wow.
And probably closer to about 25 years since I've fished this lake. To be honest, I forget it's here.
And it's pretty close to you, isn't it?
And it's real close to me, and it's a nice lake. And I'm about 90% that this is where I'm going to be coming on Saturday to fish Chad's Panfish tournament.
For bait night?
Not for date night.
No, bait night.
Oh, bait night. I thought you said date night. I was like, no. I got to come here and try to catch some bluegills. And I come here for bullheads because it's got an endless supply of those. That's
a perfect bait for flatheads.
Oh, yeah.
Christina says 16.
Oh, okay. Look at that. That's your boy Troy's brother.
Oh, nice.
I kind of thought so with the icon. The little avatar made me think of your boy Troy, but I wasn't sure. But either way, we'd be glad to have you either way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Christina says 16 watches pictures, 5 thumbs up. Let's do better than that, y'all.
I'm thinking
Got
she's right.
18 watching now. We need a fish. Usually we get a fish, we could get a few more likes.
Yeah. Maybe we get a fish, we get Dockery back in here.
And if anybody is quick on the trigger, if we get a fish on and you put in exclamation fish on, all one word, exclamation point and then FISHON, Nightbot's got something for fish on. But
Nice.
well, I heard a splash.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
Maybe that's what Dockery's doing, taking a bath.
Who knows?
Thanks, little bro.
Guessing that Katie's probably turned him over her knee and spanking his little bottom. But he'd surely have shared that with us.
Send him to bed.
Well, he just poured a drink, so I knew he's not thirsty.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I think he might be back in the bed. There he is.
Gotta love updates when you don't expect them.
Where have you been?
Okay. That makes more sense for you to do. As I was like, it ain't like you just to drop out.
It's not near as much fun making fun of you when you're not here.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
See.
You get on them, Christina.
That's right.
There we go.
That's up to 16 now.
I like that layout.
So we got 20 people watching.
That lets people see the fish. And man, I tell you what, I'm digging this green. This is the first time I've used this green light out fishing, and I like it.
Good deal.
It is lighting up. I can see the trees across the cove.
That's awesome, man.
And it came in a 2. I got 2 of them. I'm only running 1, but I got 2 of those for that price. It was 2 for like no more than about $30.
Yeah, look, I found my stuff.
I'll get on him if he forgets to take the trash out tonight. No, I gotta remember to take the trash out tonight.
I done took mine out. I done that when I took the dog out.
Where'd you get your new lights at, Josh?
Those come from Amazon.
Amazon.
I bought them about probably 6 months ago or more. And
now wait a minute. You bought them 6 months ago and you're just now using them?
it's first chance I've ever brought them out to use them. I had plans for them, and I haven't mounted them up the way that I want to mount them up.
I see.
I've got that on my fishing cart that I use when I'm bank fishing. I've got a little bar that goes on the other side of it that's modular, and I can clip it on there, and it's got 2 real bright black light, ultraviolet LED light bars on it.
Right.
But they run off AC, so I have to bring a battery out and run an inverter, and so I got a bunch of crap to deal with when I bring that out. And what I was wanting is just something that would run off 12 volts and light the rods up, which this appears to be lighting the rods up just fine. Yeah, that's the light that I blinded her with earlier. So which is better for not attractive bugs, green or red? Probably I would say red, but they're gonna show up on anything. But you know what? I lit that candle, and now we don't have nowhere near the bugs that we had. But this red looks cool, or this green looks cool. It's bright. I could put one of these in a waterproof housing and float it on top of the water facing down, and probably attract every bait fish in 6 counties.
I'm guessing you're right about that.
Okay, bring those in.
I do not. Everything finished. I have to go through.
Yeah. You fishing tomorrow, James Duffy?
No, actually, I'm staying home. I'm gonna. I got to start getting some stuff ready for when we leave on Thursday.
I see.
So we're going to go over and spend 4 days on the Mississippi River and fish until we can't fish anymore.
That sounds like a good plan.
Boy, it is too.
I agree. I hope you catch the fire out of them.
Say a friend of ours, his dad's got some property over there, and they've invited us to go over and camp out. And
Yeah, that'd be good.
yeah, saying part of it's the Outdoor Dream Foundation, which takes terminally ill kids over and lets them do things like hunting and fishing and stuff like that. So we're going to go over and help those kids out.
That's awesome.
That's real cool. Copy Day Fish On has joined us. I don't know if we said hello to them or not.
We already have. You're about 5 to 20 minutes late there. Man.
It's not that I'm late. I just couldn't remember.
It's because you're old.
David Smith, that's what I was thinking. Mark, you're using red in your boat. Don't have it. Yeah, Mark's boat's the red light district.
Yeah, but his is more of a red light district for the pickle park and that kind of stuff. So,
Oh,
Yeah, that's Pickle Mark from Pickle Park.
there you go.
See what you get for not going live tonight, Mark?
Oh yeah.
So you're saying that you wouldn't have picked on him if he'd done a show?
No.
No, I would have done. No, I would have done it. He would have been live to rebut it, though. I won't say nothing. Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing about somebody that I wouldn't
Say during.
say with them on screen. It's just
Oh my!
put them on the multi bars, but they don't show up well on the camera. Yeah, but Mark, you turned that one light on the other day. It was bright.
It was bright.
Well, you're not live to disprove those remarks. So
All lies.
that's on you.
I tell you what, I think I may reel that. I got one way out there. The one on the left or the right is way out there. I think I might reel this one on the left in and throw it out kind of shallow because I've been getting my bites all out deep. But we usually have a bite by now too. So
Got to try something.
Bullheads would be raring to go.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They never.
They should be done spawning. You know, I hooked Nightbot up to Catfish Weekly, but it's never come on there. I must have done something wrong.
Oh, you got to set him up as a moderator, or he doesn't show up.
I see. Eric B., welcome.
Oh, there it is. There we go.
So I was getting all my bites today really short. So
But you're always really short.
You should know about short.
oh my God, you guys are dicks.
Really? You didn't now figure that out.
Wait,
Hey, Eric.
you're shorter than I am, old man.
No, I'm not.
And you're getting shorter by the day. Old
How do
people
you
shrink.
know that?
Because
Old people shrink. That's
You
true.
Me in months.
I think we're already getting hit on that rod.
Maybe I'll do the other that way.
If we hook up, we're going to definitely do the other one that way. But I'm now only about 10 or 15 feet off the shore. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
It doesn't matter as long as you're catching them.
Oh, look at that.
You definitely can see that line over there on that other rod.
Absolutely. Yeah, you see it. And I don't have him on full screen or anything. Just
No, I
regular,
don't either.
just regular screen.
Did you see the line? No.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's not easy to see, but if I would increase the screen size, I think it would be easier.
See
Will
that
you
help?
still?
That made it a little better. Oh, both of them hooking up.
Catch a couple. You catch too many, Josh. I'll drive over and pick me up some bait.
He ain't driving that far, guys. Don't
Fish
let him
on,
do that.
fish on.
Fish on.
Let's give him full screen. What do you say, James?
Let's do it.
He almost had full screen anyhow. They'd been at that bass rod pretty good.
That's a nice
Look at there.
There you go.
Perfect flathead bait. Perfect flathead.
That is flathead candy right there.
All right, give me just a second. Let me check on him. He's flat.
Lightbot saying fish on. If he makes it to the boat, you may get to see Josh's pathetic netting skills.
Yeah, but he's fishing for the bank and he's fishing for bluegill, or bullheads. So chances are we won't see those netting skills tonight.
Probably not. I'm pretty sure he'll just boat flip them, or truck bed flip them as it might be.
Hey.
Crappie Day Fish On said, "Dang ads piece me off," but Josh made 1.5 cents. That's the thing about YouTube. You can get so rich so quick. Looky here, Danny Stone has joined us. Says Josh has learned nothing from me. If you're going to truck bed fish, put a lazy boy recliner in the bed of the truck. I agree, Danny.
Bye.
We were talking about that earlier before you got in here.
I have to give him the hook.
I'm gonna let him keep it. I have a green sunfish in my live well in the boat that has been there for 4 days with a 1/8 ounce jig head stuck in his throat.
Whoa, hello.
Get him before he
Not
gets back.
only did Josh leave the hook in there, now he's throwing him to the ground.
It's a rockfish.
Cold Creek Catfish and Billy, welcome.
Hey, Billy. Let's get back out.
Danny Stone says, "Great minds think alike or crazy old guys. Take your pick." Yeah, either one will work.
Yep.
I assume he's talking about him and you, James. Old guys.
Well, I'm assuming he's talking about you.
Oh, well, he probably was.
Don't you have a sponsor for Wrinkle Cream anyway? So I mean,
For what?
Wrinkle Cream.
I don't have wrinkles.
And depends.
Wrinkle cream.
I don't have Depends. You're right, David. That is great bait. Yeah, it is. Mark says that will work.
Come here.
How heavy a line you running on them rods?
The one that we just caught it on has 10-pound braid, and I tied the leader out of 25-pound mono just because it's what I kept.
Just because it was there. Yeah, I got you.
The bait casting rod has 12-pound mono, I believe, and I just realized that's fishing with a Daiwa Tatula. That is a fancy setup for bullheads. All right, let's tie a new leader and hook on here. Just worm. That's another long worm.
I'm guessing that James Dockery has muted himself so we don't hear Katie telling him to behave.
No, she was yelling at me. So no, and nobody needs.
Same difference. And I want to hear it.
Well, no, you don't get to hear it.
I should be able to hear
No,
it.
you should not.
I should, just like the other day when you was in Walmart, and I specifically.
I was never in Walmart.
You was.
You can't prove that.
You told me. I have the text.
You were
Sorry,
at
don't know
Walmart?
what you're talking about. Somebody must have hacked my phone.
I specifically asked for an image of that and did not receive one.
It's because they know by.
I need to get a hold of Harley. Harley will help me out with that.
No, Harley will not help you out. He knows better too.
I need to see Harley and we'll find out. He's such a good boy. Yeah. What are you keeping your bait in when you catch them, Josh?
I got me a 5-gallon bucket with lake water in it for right now.
Okay.
There you go.
As close as I am to the house, I don't have to worry about them running out of oxygen.
Okay.
And the bait tank's already running and set up at home, so they're
good to go.
good to go once they get there.
How big of a lake is this that you're fishing?
It's about
It's
But
not
and it's
registered.
not
Yeah.
rolling it. It's just
I think it's like 30 acres,
Nice.
There you go.
so not too big, but not tiny.
That's kind of like some of the lakes you fish in it, James.
Yeah, most of the ones I fish in around here are probably about 60 to well, some of Mark Twain's huge. So
Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
You get to fish a lot of conservation stuff, and they provide you with great places to fish up there in your neck of the woods that they don't have here. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. And that's what tax dollars should go for.
yep.
and you know what's wild? They make if you go to the fishing section at Walmart, they now sell fish wipes that you can wipe your hands after you handle the bait or whatever.
I was thinking something else altogether.
Yeah, they sell fish wipes, and but you can go to the dollar store or whatever and buy baby wipes, the unscented kind, and they do the same thing,
Same
and they're a
thing.
whole lot cheaper.
Oh,
Yeah. We keep them in the truck all the time.
Yeah, but he keeps baby wipes in the truck because he didn't like toilet paper on his little. Yeah.
Stop.
It depends.
We keep them in there to wipe our hands off. But I got to tell you, and I meant to ask Chad about this, and I will Wednesday night. He was using a lot of Gulp Alive stuff the other day, the worms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever smelt that stuff?
I've heard it stinks.
It does smell bad, and then baby wipes really won't take the smell off your hand. It helps, but it
Yeah.
won't.
You know, I looked for some of those.
Thanks
To
for
see
stopping,
what-
Danny. Sorry.
Oh, night, Danny. See you, brother. I looked for some gulp minnows or something when I was at Walmart the other day, and we don't have them. All we have is gulp earthworms, and I want to say they have gulp night crawlers or something like that.
Yeah, we don't have them at other Walmart that I've been in here either. But why would they when you can go to the granddaddy of all Bass Pros right in Springfield?
Oh, true.
They got everything. I mean,
True. I figured we might go down towards Paducah later on this week. I figure I'll make a trip into Academy Sports. They'll probably have
they'll have
some.
a lot of stuff like that. We have a big academy here in Springfield also.
Oh, man.
It's
I
hard.
hope in fact, there's a moth out there flying around, and you can see it was showing up on camera out there.
Yeah. But it's hard for any of them to compete against the biggest bass pro of all.
Oh, yeah. Well, Johnny Morris knows how to make money.
He didn't get where he's at by not.
That's why I said go and buy from the little guy. Johnny Morris done made all his money. He don't have to work. His kids don't have to work, and his grandkids ain't never gonna have to work either.
Never gonna have to, when they can buy Alcabellas.
Oh yeah,
with no problem doing it.
What else are they buying? They're supposed to be buying Sportsman's Warehouse or something like that.
I've heard that, but I haven't seen any confirmation.
I haven't either.
I keep hearing that.
I used to have a customer come into the shop all the time that was on the board at one of the banks with him. And some of the stuff that he requested from that bank, and they give him whatever he wants, was amazing. And
oh, wow.
The city of Springfield gives him anything he wants to keep him there. Yeah, that's just the way it is.
I'd like to get down there and see that big last time we were down there, they were in the process of setting it up, that big wildlife exhibit or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah, the people in Springfield are so mad at them because they give them millions and millions and millions of dollars. And then the first time that he built it, they closed it down and he repaid them pennies on the dollar of what he borrowed from the city.
Oh, is that not open no more?
And then they opened it, built it, redone it, opened it up again, and they give him money the second time.
Oh, wow.
But it's going now. The problem is it just costs a lot of money to go in there, and I won't pay it, because I know what he's done to get it. But like I say, they will never tell him no. That is, Bass Pro Shops in Springfield is not only the #1 tourist attraction in the state of Missouri, it's bigger than Branson. Mm-hmm. It attracts more people than Branson. It is the #1 shipper of UPS in the entire state.
Yeah, they're gonna give him anything he wants.
That's exactly right, and they do. They bought Ranger Boat out of Flippin, Arkansas. They sure did. They bought Mako boats, several others. Yeah, Robbie Moreno. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, Robbie.
We had to see you.
I've seen Robbie in a long time. Good to see you in here, man.
I seen a picture where he was doing some offshore fishing the other day.
Oh, man. I'm jealous.
Yeah, had a little girlfriend. I didn't know he was quite old enough for that, but I guess he is. Or a girl. Let me rephrase that. But it's great to see Robbie in here.
Definitely. What do we got going on here? Hold on a second here. Oh. Oop.
Dockery's back.
There he is. Yep. Oh, he's laughing. Girlfriend.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Robbie.
Just run with it, Robbie. Just run with it.
Right. 24 thumbs up, 11 people watching. That's not a bad average.
That's not a bad average at all. Got one fish in so far. I let him go, by the way. He was. I don't know that he would make it in the bait tank. I think he'll probably be fine releasing him, but he had that hook, and he'd gotten to it and swallowed it before I could get him. And
yeah, that happened.
I tried for a second to try to get it out, and it just wasn't going to happen. So
yep.
That happens sometimes.
On those cases, best bet, just turn him loose.
Yep,
right.
turn him loose. And you know what's wild is they know, they can regurgitate that hook. They can get it out themselves.
That's exactly right. That's muscle control and really good at it.
Yep,
Rob says, I've been working like a 40-year-old man. I'm hoping to get back into social media stuff soon. Well, we're looking for that, Robbie.
I know. As a 40-year-old man, I know how that is.
I'm a 40-year-old man.
You are far from a 40-year-old man.
I was once.
140 doesn't count, Lyle.
It does too.
It does not.
Never mind.
Let it go, Josh. Let it go.
No, we appreciate everybody jumping in here
Oh yeah.
late at night while we're out. Josh is out catching fish. We're happy to.
Late night lives, you never know what's going to happen either. So
Guys, we need to do another jig night.
I said that earlier.
One thing is for sure, though.
What's
You
that?
caught a fish, so it's a fishing show.
Yeah.
Yep. Caught a fish. There's a fish in it. That makes it a fishing show. So.
That's right. Very good. 4 GoPros, all the batteries charged up. I'm ready to roll. Can't wait to get back on the water. I've lost the. Josh, do you have one of them sliding adapters that mounts the trolling motor to your boat? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, one of the quick releases for the trolling motor.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's on one.
I have that set up on my boat, and it's padlocked, and I can't find the key to the padlocks. I can take it off and get it in to get it repaired.
Oh, yeah, they sell the master key to that padlock at Harbor Freight.
Really? Well,
Yeah,
I got a set of bolt cutters.
It's called bolt cutters.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to get that off and get it down there and then actually get it fixed. Oh, let's catch this one. They're hard. Them things hit hard, don't they?
Well, they do.
Robbie says he went out tonight and not a single bite.
Nope, missed it.
Oh, Josh.
Man, he hit hard though. Do you see
He
that?
did hit hard.
Josh pulled a Chad, folks.
Uh-oh.
That's funny.
And you're talking about him, and Chad is in bed asleep
I know.
or doing something. Bolt cutters or grinder. I have a grinder. I could probably just grind it off. But
Never mind.
Yeah, Josh, let it go, buddy. Let it go.
I really
Let it go.
thought about
Let it
I
go.
thought about it for a second.
I just want to get it fixed so it works so we can go drag some baits. Have fun in chat, but remember to keep things family friendly.
Yeah.
Last night bot yelling at us.
Yeah, well, he's got to understand that James Dockery's going to be James Dockery.
Yeah.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
And what do you think?
You get short with people.
Mostly me.
Don't make me kick you in the shin, Josh.
Oh man, I wish I'd saved this video I saw the other day when I was scrolling through Facebook. It had this little bitty guy throwing a shot put, and then it cuts over and somebody's throwing a black olive onto a pizza.
Yeah, I'm not really quite sure why I come in here anymore.
Here we go.
Yes, you do. You know exactly why. Josh, what kind of microphone are you using?
Right now, I'm just using my phone.
You're recording. Man, it picks up everything.
That could be good or bad depending on what I'm saying at the time.
No, it's good. It picks up when you're over by your rods. Either one of them, it does really well. The microphone on that phone is exceptional.
Oh yeah, it's a Samsung phone.
So it's an Android.
It's an Android.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
I had a little bit of action on that bait casting rod again, but not as much as it did before. Man, he smoked that one.
Yeah, he did.
That time, I'm surprised he wasn't there when because I just started reeling down on him and he was gone. Went out tonight, not a single bite. Now that, hey, you know what though?
That happens.
It happens, and you still
Yep.
got the fish. So I mean, that's
I'm going to tell you, Robbie, anybody that goes fishing all the time and tells you they, always get bites are full of crap.
That's right. Hello, welcome.
what in the hell?
I think he missed him in again.
He's gonna have to quit that, or he's never gonna get enough bait.
I know.
David Smith says, "I'm not going to lie, Doctor. I'm a short guy, so I will not laugh at the short jokes." Well,
If you don't laugh at short jokes, buddy, your life is boring as hell.
that's right. But don't send short jokes to people like Katie Dockery.
No.
I've done that. It gets you in trouble.
There's some people that just cannot take being short.
Like the meme where the gal's on a step stool trying to get in to get the clothes out of the wash machine. Can't
Hey,
reach
I
it.
want to tell you something. I threw change in the bottom of the washer there last year. I still hear the crap about that about every other
You
day.
do that just to see her try to get it out.
Well, yeah, but it's entertainment.
I understand it completely, but I end up having to dig it out myself.
Look, Christina jumped the gun. She hit fish on, and that fish wasn't on.
Yeah, so did Nightbot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, David. He says
I cast a little bit further out this time. I got away from that one.
Yeah.
Because he's hitting it like a ton of bricks and not hooking up. I don't know why.
I don't either, but you'll get some more here before the night's over. I don't know how late you're staying, but
I don't know how late I'm staying. We'll kind of keep it rolling and see how it goes. She wanted to fish.
get past Dockery's bedtime. Katie will make him go to bed.
See, I think Christina ought to go fishing one of these nights. Leave Joss know.
I think that's a great idea.
We could help her co-host.
I want a fishy, she says. I would help her anytime.
Oh yeah. Like Josh shortcasting again.
Yep.
With what?
Shortcasting.
Oh, yeah. I pulled that one in closer this time since I've only had the one come from the far one. And I'm getting more action up shallow. So I threw that one about halfway across this cove, but I tried to stay closer where it's closer in where it's a little bit shallower.
So you're in a cove where you're fishing?
I'm in the corner of the lake. I'm in the southeast corner of the lake. And earlier when we could see the trees over there across the way, I don't know if it'll do it again or not. Probably not.
It didn't look like it was all that far. So,
Christina, guess which one of us has to work tomorrow?
Yep. She had today off though.
Oh, okay.
So she got an extra day off.
Mark says Josh needs to take Christina bluegill fishing. I agree.
Where is Mark? Let's see here. Timeout.
Why do you? I mean, what do you have against taking her bluegill?
I have nothing against bluegill fishing. It's just become such a running joke now that I know the minute I take her out bluegill fishing, it's going to be
your ass.
it's going to be the talk of the every nightly talk show is going to be talking about me.
I would never.
I'd make sure it happened.
It gets started in chat before anybody ever got a chance.
Damn right I would.
Oh, man. Oh, John was such a good boy tonight while Christina was live with us fellas a while ago. He was such a good guy.
Sometimes he's pretty good. Other times, look out.
Does that mean you're taking him fishing this weekend?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he needs to get a little bit older.
It won't be long, though, will it?
No,
Hey,
it won't be.
Josh
It won't
actually
be.
has to qualify for the panfish tournament this weekend.
Yep.
I don't have to fish against him this weekend.
Yeah, actually, you do.
Josh
Yeah.
is fishing this weekend?
Yep.
Oh, you are? Okay. Oh, that's right. This is Chad's. This is
Yeah.
Chad.
It's Chad this weekend. Man, that lemonade's good.
David Smith says you and Dockery both would, Lyle, and fill in Chad while doing it.
Yep.
Uh
we
huh.
would.
Yep.
Maybe.
Somebody, I could take her bluegill fishing, and somebody would call Chad Fields. I wouldn't go live. I wouldn't put anything on Facebook, and somebody would see me and text Chad.
I have a feeling that it's going to be a tight race this weekend between Mark and Josh and I for one of the get-in positions.
Well, Chad's already in.
Yep.
Josh and Mark and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Mark doesn't have the best record when it comes to pan fishing. and
He was
live.
knocking them out the other day.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that wasn't live though.
What?
It wasn't live.
I understand that, but if he continues on that, he'll be good.
Yeah. I'm getting me a loaf of Wonder Bread, and I'm going to town.
That's what I'm thinking. Me
I'm
too.
telling you, that's cheating.
No, it's
You'll
not.
get disqualified.
It's not live. If my bread's alive, I got issues.
That's right.
Your yeast is alive when you throw it in the water. So
I'm
off the bread.
hot dog buns that's been laying around for 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, Mark, I don't watch your show when you're live, so I mean,
You dick.
Didn't you host a live for him one day?
Watch Kelly.
we did, but he won't let us do that again.
I
I
don't
don't-
understand.
I don't
that.
understand
We
it
did a
either.
really
I
good
really don't.
job.
I thought we did. I had an awesome time doing that.
We was polite, courteous,
Uh huh.
Yeah,
pretty much. Didn't spend any of his money, which we
no,
loved to. I would have loved to have done that.
yeah.
He wouldn't give us a credit card.
Whoa.
What is that place he goes and buys all the fishing stuff online? Oh, damn.
Balls deep tackle.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that. He could have just give us an open account up there, and me and you could have shopped for him. It
Well,
would have
I
been
know,
so much fun.
but
Mark
we
be like
do
that
all
one
these-
commercial that I liked it so much I bought the company.
Exactly. And we do all these great things for Mark, and it's just like he doesn't even appreciate what we go through.
He's never invited us to do it again. Never invited us to do it again. And I'm shocked at
I
that.
know.
See you, Robbie. Thanks for jumping in tonight.
All right, Robbie.
Take it off, Robbie. Night, buddy.
Yeah, I really think that he should allow us to do that another time for him. I think it would be,
Well, we would help him. We would help him with co-hosting catfish or catfish and coffee too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's like he's got to stick up his ass about it or something. It's just, I don't know, irritating.
Yeah, I have never. There's very
You know
few.
what we should do? We should start a poll on catfish and coffee. Should
Yeah.
you and Lyle be able to co-host
Yes.
catfish and coffee?
I think
Yeah.
that's a great
And
idea.
if we
But
get enough votes, then he has to do it.
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
to understand, though, James. Josh is one of the few people that allow you and I to come in his chat at the same time.
Well, I know.
You better hook up this time.
Cuss
Yeah,
that
Josh.
fish. Cuss that fish. But yeah, Josh is about the only one anymore that allows us
I
to
know.
do it the same. And I don't get it. I mean, we're pretty nice guys.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
hell,
me.
even Chad doesn't
I know.
do it anymore. I mean,
No.
but they're more worried about viewers than anything else. You know, we may say something to offend somebody, and I mean,
Me offend somebody?
well, you're liable to offend somebody before I would.
Fish on.
Get him, Josh.
All right. Get him, Josh. Yeah. Mark says, yeah, no.
But if we get enough signatures and votes, I don't think he should have a choice.
Well, you might think he doesn't, but really he does.
No, he thinks he has a choice.
Well,
I
he
don't
does.
think so.
Yeah, well, he does. But I enjoy helping him so much.
And the thing is, if I was to ever go live, I'd let you guys come in there and co-host.
Huh.
But that's just because I'm that type of, a giving personality.
Well, yeah. I don't know, Mark. He's doing really good with them circle hooks. But I'm with you. I like to set the hook on him. But Josh is tearing them up. Last time he done really good with them. And he
When
ordered
was the last time that Mark caught a bullhead live anyway?
live. I don't know, but I know
Yeah, see,
from here
so
recently.
I think Josh is doing pretty good considering this is his second one tonight.
He's done all right. He caught a bunch of them last time.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man.
Okay. Is he biting you?
Yep.
That's what I figured. They're good at that.
Man, those suckers can bite hard.
I have a short tip Saturday for you.
Look at him.
There you go.
Isn't he cool looking?
Look, he's missing his spine on his side.
He is. It's
He's
gone.
got one over here. This one's gone, and it was bloody when I brought him in.
It just happened then.
Something nailed him.
Yeah. That's a cool looking fish. Them things, I don't know James, I don't know what they look like, but to me, hey Mark, use them true turn hooks on them bulkheads. I think they look like a cross between a flathead and a channel cat. Only
They do.
smaller. Only smaller. Yeah, Mark Barnum says use them true turn hooks on them bulkheads. They're cool looking little fish. Anybody that's ever ate one, I'll tell you, they're not bad eating. But they make great flathead bait.
Yeah, they do.
Or you yank them out of the structure. I don't know what's in that lake, but that's two.
Hey, I kept my worm too.
There you go. That's amazing because they can get a worm off a hook about as fast as a bluegill can.
That they can.
Man, they could strip a worm off a hook faster than Lyle could strip a buffet of shrimp.
I don't know about that. Dockery, letting someone co-host is like a Walmart greeter telling people to get in and get your crap and then get out.
And you know what? I would make a damn good Walmart greeter. I don't
That's
know
the
what anybody
ultimate job.
says.
That's the ultimate job.
It's raw.
All I'll say about that is there was a Family Guy once where they were talking about Dick Cheney being a Walmart greeter. And I ain't going to say what he was. I ain't going to say on my live what he was telling everybody to do as they came through the door. But
You want me to tell him, Josh?
yeah, go ahead.
Tell it. Never mind.
Yeah,
It's not my channel.
Katie must have grabbed him.
he was telling people what they could do with themselves.
Yeah, that sounds like Dick.
But I was gonna download that video one day and do some deep faking and have Lyle standing there.
Oh, Josh.
Or Dockery, one of the two.
It don't matter at this point. It really don't.
Oh, come on.
So we got one in the bucket now. Maybe. I think he might have just jumped out.
Two caught, one in the bucket. We're doing good.
All right, there we go. Local Mark's fishing. That's not our Mark. He's fun to watch. I almost took a page out of his book tonight.
Who's that?
Local Mark's fishing. He's over in England. He's in the UK. And I enjoy watching him. And he'll go out and go live and fish. You never know what he's going to catch out of the ocean, you know. Conger eel and striped bass and everything. But he'll bring his guitar out there sometimes. And he'll sit and play the guitar and fish and all this other stuff. The first time I ever even found him on YouTube suggested him to me. He was sitting in the English Channel next to one of the channel marker buoys in a 12-foot inflatable boat, fishing for conger eels and playing the guitar. And I'm like, I like this guy. There's what's not to like about
wrong
this?
with that.
You should have brought your guitar and played it tonight.
And that's what I actually thought about doing that. I thought about grabbing it. Maybe next time, if I know I'm gonna be live for a long time, I'll bring the guitar and whoa.
Get it. Docker, you can play something, can't you? Skin flute or something?
No, that's your.
No.
I don't want to take your instrument away from you. Buddy.
No, I play the drums, you dick. Get him, Josh. Get him.
Again, banging two rocks together does not make you a drummer, idiot.
How do you know that?
He got the worm.
Oh, Josh.
Like Dockery. So no fishing for you tomorrow, James.
No.
What about Wednesday?
Wednesday, I'm going to do a little bit, but it's probably not going to be a lot. And then Thursday, I'm going to do more than you've probably done in the last 2 years.
I have to find out what day that Cindy wants to go, and we're going to go pick out our spot for the tournament this weekend.
Well, how much is it going to cost you to get your motor fixed? Roll motor.
$200 or $300.
Have you already found somebody to do it, or is it?
Oh yeah, we have a place in Springfield that is amazing. They do great work, as reasonable as anybody, and I just got to get the trolling motor off and get it down there to them, and then I'm at their mercy about how soon they can get to it.
Oh, man, I tell you what, I wish you lived closer. We done had that fixed.
I wish I did too, because I never put I put brushes in alternators and starters and all that stuff, but I never have done a trolling motor. It can be
if you've done it in a starter, you can do it in a trolling motor.
That's what I was thinking.
The only difference with the trolling motor is when you get done and you're putting it back together, you gotta have that seal kit, because you got to put new seals in. They're one-time use.
That is what I was thinking, and they told me that that's probably what happened to mine. Is the
seal? Yeah, seal probably went and let some water in there on those brushes, and it was just they probably just corroded to the point, because it's just bare. It's copper braid inside there that goes from the brush to the junction box where the wire's coming down, and that bare copper and water don't last long.
Yeah, but I need to get it fixed, because man, when these fish come off the phone, it's going to be time to start dragging bait. Planer board. I love planer board.
But yeah, it'll be.
Josh, I remember a time when Doc Lang and I was the only people in the catfish world that pulled planer boards.
I don't doubt that one bit.
Everybody made fun of us but little did they know that's how we was catching fish. And we didn't exploit it or nothing. Just doing it.
You got to keep some stuff. I'm ready for the current to come back up, because I've been waiting to go bumping, but two, I've got an idea that I think is going to be completely awesome for bumping.
Good.
And I want to try it so badly.
I got some stuff made for that, and I'd share it with somebody one of these days. Not till I get to try it myself.
But I've got an idea of something. I come up with this idea when I was talking to my cousin, who he chases muskie, and he's actually he messaged me. He's moving back to Tennessee, and he's been up here the past couple of years. He's moving back to Tennessee, got another job prospect, and I would bet that within about the next year, he'll be back set up guiding down there on Melton Hill Reservoir, and I'm gonna make it down there and have him put me on a muskie. I've never caught one, so
yeah, that'd be fun. Oh, by the way, while I'm thinking about it, this is a 3,600 box of jigs. We're gonna give
collection. I like that.
We're gonna give a box of them away Wednesday night on Panfish Nation. And the number of jigs that goes in that box depends on the number of people we have watching our show.
Hey, James, did you cut that Did you guys cut that vinyl that says the Live Stokes collection? Oh.
He's gone.
Dang.
But yes, he did. Katie,
Okay. I figured Katie did it on the Cricket. So
yeah, I don't know what she used, but she did do it for me.
we'll watch for him down there in the bottom in the basement. So
Yep.
yeah, well, last time I was live and I was telling you had the rights, you did, but it was on a different email. It was set up to a different email address.
Oh, uh-huh.
So I had to. That's when I took it out and I put this email address that you use in there. Man, I like this little light.
That's awesome light. It works really good.
They make them in all. They had these. You could get them in white, green, red, purple, blue. About any color you'd want. I think they did green, obviously.
Now, if they would do them to where you could switch from one color to the next on the same one,
oh man, it'd be great.
That'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
And you're starting to see more of those RGB LED setups. And if you get an RGB one, you have unlimited colors because you can usually adjust.
Yep.
All through the different range. Our lights in our recess lighting in our kitchen is RGB LEDs, and they're tied in with the Alexa, so I can tell it to turn the lights on in the kitchen, of course, but I can tell it to turn them red, dim them to 25%, whatever you got to do. And
oh wow.
And it's nice. You got to go in there in the middle of the night and go walk in the kitchen, get a drink or something. You could have it turn that light on, but at 25% in red, and it don't hurt your eyes.
Man, that's cool. Josh, Dockery just sent me a message. Says, I lost internet. Think I'm done for the night. Tell everybody I said good night. Will do.
All right, good night, James. Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
Absolutely. Katie must have told him he had to get off.
Let's see, it don't let me.
I hope he heard me say that because that'd just be a feather in my cap. You know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Boy, they're hitting weird tonight. They're hitting, but they're not staying. I mean, that one was sitting there nibbling on that hook when I reeled down, and he didn't.
That's strange for bluegill. Usually they just slam them.
They usually just hit and they go. And every time I fished here so far, they've done that.
Man.
Maybe the word's out. Hey, if you get this circle hook, this dude over here, he caught Fred. Fred ate it the other day, and Fred ain't come back yet. So
yeah, and chances are he ain't never coming back.
Yeah. But that one, I don't know. I wonder what the heck got him, because they're about the meanest thing in this lake. I mean, there's channel cats in here, but I don't know.
A bullhead ain't meaner than a channel cat.
I don't know that a channel cat would eat a bullhead. I don't know.
I don't know. Flatheads hate them. I think flatheads will kill them just to kill them. I think they hate them that bad.
Yep.
But if they get them in their mouth, it's going down the gullet. I mean.
Oh yeah, it ain't nothing but
favorites.
I was sitting there thinking the other night, I was like, because the prospect of trying to cast one of those big heavy things wasn't looking too great. And I thought about if we were bank fishing, if I brought that kayak out there with me or that little 2-man boat, I could buzz out there at the lake and just take off from shore and go drop that bait right where I want it, and drop that bait where I want it, and then go back to shore. But hey, Jimmy Geiger, hey buddy, thanks for stopping in tonight on the old bullheads and BS. We've had 2 bullheads so far and a whole lot of BS. So
a whole lot. We got rid of the main BS a while ago.
He
lost internet.
I think Katie got onto him.
Yeah, I think so. Well, either way, we're going to say that's what happened.
I think it sounds good, at least.
Sounds good to me. I'm charging up all my batteries on all of my cameras and everything. I got 4 GoPros charged up, ready to go. Got my Canon charged up. I got 1 more.
I turned wrong and my back about broke.
That way, when we get ready to go, I'm all set and ready to rock.
Oh, it doesn't show up right. There we go. I like that one. That one looks cool.
Well, Dockery's gone. We can continue to make fun out of him. But Chad's gone too. We can make fun out of him.
Yeah, Chad's gone. I think Mark might still be around, but that ain't going to stop me from making fun of him.
Oh, no.
And, I need to get my tablet charged at some point. I let it get way, way low. I need to bring it in the house and charge it. But
mine, my tablet stays in the shop. That way, when I'm out there working on rods and stuff, pardon me, it stays pretty much on a charger all the time.
that's true. We do have a box of donuts at the house if I need it. Oh, Mark's still here. Christina's back was hurting, so I ran into town before I come out here and fished and brought her back a box of donuts. That, I tell you what, that is the best. I don't know why that works on as well as it does, but donuts is awesome.
Them things have been advertised and been back pills since the 60s.
Mm-hmm. And they work.
Yeah, and I don't know why they work so well, but they do.
They work, and I think it might be because I only ever take them for back meds. It's not like ibuprofen that I'll eat like candy. But
well, that's right. Ibuprofen just they're not.
I think I've either taken way too many of them or they've gotten weaker over the years.
I used to take them for migraines, 2 and 3 at a time, but they used to work really well for that. But other than that, they didn't ever do me any good.
I usually take about 5 of them. Just if I'm going to take them, I'll take 5.
That's a lot, especially if they're the 800 milligrams.
They're the 200, so it'd be 1,000 total. I know I had to get an X-ray on my hand one time. I thought I'd broke it, and it'd been several weeks, and I still couldn't close my hand up. So I'm like, it's time to go to the doctor.
Start to do something.
And they went.
Josh, is the lights you have plugged into your truck, or are they a battery?
They are a battery. Well, they are a 12-volt battery. Let me see if I can grab that other light real quick. I have my trolling motor battery right there, and that little bar right here. It's only about an 8-inch bar, but it's lighting all this up.
Wow.
And then this little light, I like this thing. We can't see it. They had this thing at Menards one day when I was there. It's USB rechargeable. There we go.
Come on, get him, Josh. Get him.
Come on, Dockery's go.
He's on.
No.
Dang.
They're acting funny tonight.
They sure are.
I'm wondering if the little dink channel cat haven't moved in.
That could be.
Now, everyone that has hooked up so far has been a bullhead. But
Yeah, but they swim around. They move around.
bullheads will take it and they'll swim and they'll do all that good stuff. I saw him hitting before that rod ever showed it because I saw that line start to dance.
Right, yeah.
We're going to reel this one in. This is the one we've been reusing, the old worm. We're going to put new bait on it.
There you go.
Oh, that could have been blooper of the year right there. I about walked into that. I lost that little light, and I've blinded myself now, so I don't know where.
Damn it. Gotta have that.
Ooh, this thing's hot.
And what are you using for bait tonight?
Night crawler.
Night crawler. No chicken.
Canadian night crawler. Hard to beat a night crawler.
I think so. For all round fishing of all kinds, they're about as good as there is.
You put a gun to my head and told me I had an hour to catch a fish, there's going to be a worm on the hook.
You better believe it.
You better run for doing it. Fresh worm on that one.
Thanks for joining us tonight, David. Get you some rest, and we'll see you soon, buddy.
I'll have to hit the road in the morning. Hey, be safe on your travels there, Dave. Thanks for hopping in tonight, buddy. Oh, whoa.
Didn't you just throw that one out there?
Yeah, that's that one. I loosen that drag. See if you can. When he hits like that, let him.
Is that the one that's on the bait caster, or
Oh, this is the spinning rod bait cast.
spinning rod? Okay, I see it now.
I tell you what, that little green light, that thing's cool. But I picked that up a second ago to find my other light. That thing is red hot right now.
Ooh, how long can you run it like that, I wonder?
I don't know. It's got a giant heat sink. I mean, it's the whole body of that thing is a heat sink. So,
Well, it should be good then.
I think I might get me. I've got a couple computer fans. I might get me a computer fan and wire it into that thing blowing over that heat sink.
That'll do it.
That'd blow that hot air off of it. But
You want him for Dockery, blow that hot air off him.
oh man, there ain't a fan big enough to blow the hot air off a doctor.
I'll bet he wishes he'd have stayed in for that action.
Hey, Mark, I'll send you a link if you want to hop in, buddy. I don't know how you're feeling, and whatnot. If you just want to come in and shoot the bull, it won't let me comment off StreamYard on my phone. So. I'm gonna pass a bed. Oh, I'm in bed watching. Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah, I don't want to wake Sheila up. She
No.
beat him in the sore back.
I wonder if these things would work cut.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about cut catfish. I watch a good guy that's been doing videos a long time, and he uses channel cat cut for bait, and I really have bad feelings about that.
I don't know that I could do that, but
I couldn't use channel cat. I don't know if I could use bullhead or not, but channel cat, I just couldn't use them for bait. Well, to start with, in Missouri,
they're sport fish over there. Oh, geez. Not ran into the tripod.
You don't want to get in trouble doing that. So,
Man, it is. I tell you what, it is quiet out here, especially for
especially
there being a campground Right over there.
You know what? I'm not seeing very many cars go down that road either.
No, this is sometimes. I mean, I've been out here before that. It's been crazy,
Yeah,
and tonight's not one of those nights. So I'll take that. But
yeah, because
uh,
next might not be that way.
yeah, what night was it that I went live out here? That was Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it was Thursday because I was exhausted Friday when I went to work.
Yeah, I bet. She was out late.
That's what I'm wondering, Mark. He said he wondered if just the head on that bullhead would work.
It might.
I mean, I'm thinking. I don't think I'd cut one just to cut it, but I think if I had one die in the bait tank,
Yeah,
as opposed to just chunking it in the water, I think I might.
it wasn't going to survive anyway.
Yeah, if it ain't going to live, or you get out there on the water and it died, then
Cindy's little puppy's laying over there while she's zonked out.
oh yeah, old Star.
Yeah, I take her out about 1 o'clock before I go to bed every night, and she's good till morning. Then she was wild thing in here a while ago. Wow.
Get the zoomies.
Yeah, she's a pretty good pup. We have 12 wonderful folks in here joined us tonight. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Hanging around watching Josh catch bullhead. He needed some bait, so we're going to have some fun doing it. And glad everybody's enjoying it.
You know what? We had a good time the other night when we come out here, and Caitlin likes catching these things, and they're small enough that she could she could pick the rod up and she can handle and fight the fish, without having to keep the rod in the rod holder.
Yep.
And what's crazy is we used to cuss these things when I was a kid, and we'd go camping, and you'd be out there trying to hopefully catch a channel cat or something, and I got a mud cat, got another mud cat.
Yeah, but they're great fun and great bait.
Oh yeah, but we didn't know that at the time.
Right.
It's kind of like going back behind. I remember one time me and Mom and Dad went to Kentucky Dam, and we got down there, and Dad was like, "You have any crappie jigs?" I said, "Yeah," and he tied 3 or 4 crappie jigs in a line, and he goes, "Throw that out there and reel it back as fast as you can." I said, "Okay." And we're catching skipjack. Had no clue that those were catfish bait at the time. Catching 3 and 4 every cast of this before anybody else knew they were catfish bait too. So they were stacked up fierce behind Kentucky Dam.
Yeah.
And now you don't catch as many. I need to go down there, and I had thought about going down there tomorrow and trying to get some skipjacks.
That's a good place to get it if they're in there.
But if that guy's going to be coming through tomorrow about 3 o'clock, he's supposed to be at 3 o'clock to come by that boat. So,
well, there you go. You need to do that.
Yeah, I'd rather just stick close to home and get that boat sold. And if he don't buy it, I've got 6 people lined up behind him. So,
well, he needs to crap or get off the pot.
I actually made a guy. Well, I sent him a message and I said, "Hey," I said, "please let me know how, if you're not serious, please let me know." I said, "You won't hurt my feelings." I said, "But I've got guys messaging me right now that said I can be there in 10 minutes, cash in hand." I said, "So,
yeah."
I said I agreed to meet you at 3 o'clock. I said, and I'll uphold that. I said, but if you're not sure or something, just tell me. You're not gonna hurt my feelings." And
right.
No, he said no. He goes, "We would have done it tonight, but we had just launched the boat to go." They were going catfishing, so
there you go. Yeah.
I thought about that. Well, I'm getting ready to go live on Catfish. I said Catfish Weekly's getting ready to start. I co-host it, so he was said he was going to tune in and watch that tonight while they were out catfishing. So,
yep. Crappie Dave Fish On says, "Mark Barnum, my favorite cut bait piece is the head
all day long. I tell you what, I usually the same way, but when I broke my Baldwin curse, it was on tail pieces, and I usually throw them away.
Did you ever watch Joey Kirby and
God dang it! I'm trying to drink lemonade, and this thing's hitting.
oh, get your fish, man, get your fish. Stacy Gaston and Joey Kirby is fishing on. They always take all the bait away from poor old Joey Kirby, and he would take the tail sections and use them because there was always all that's left and catch more fish than the rest of them. And I never did have any luck with them. But whatever works, if you can get them in a boat, that's the main thing.
Okay.
What do you got going on there, big guy?
I got me a bullhead, and I got something over here. Sounded like it was falling. I had a chupacabra coming up here to get me or something.
No, don't need that. Them about 8 inches, 9 inches long.
He probably closer to about 10 or 11.
Okay, perfect size for me.
I want to show Mark. He gave me a hard time about circle hooks.
Man, right to the bottom lip. That's a.
Right through the. Oh God.
Go ahead and get that other one while you're at it. You know, Josh, people talk about always want to hit in the corner of the mouth. Me, I'd rather have it through the top of the head or around the lower lip because that bone is not going to let that fish off.
Nope.
If I was ever to design a fish hook, it would be one that specifically went through the top of the head or around the bottom lip, not in the corner of the mouth.
No.
That's not my favorite spot. Even Chad gets lucky fishing, Josh, says Mark. I think more like D, but what do I know?
Yeah.
I think D's just that good.
D is awesome. All right, there we go. Ooh. I gotta move that.
I think you need to build you a bait cooler.
I have a bait cooler.
Okay.
I put it in. It was Short Tip Saturday about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
All right, that's going under the tripod because I keep tripping over that bucket.
Well, that's not good.
All right. This is there. Take this one.
Um,
I'll give it a new one. And these night crawlers are long.
Where'd you get them? Walmart?
Walmart, they're DMF.
Awesome.
The Dockery's My Friend Bait Company.
Man.
Like how I clean that up because I usually say it's something totally different.
I understand. I'm going to share out your bait tank video.
How'd you find it?
Yep.
And that one is going to be, there's going to be a follow-up video to that in the very, very near future.
Awesome.
Because I bought a little thing on Amazon that will let me save the battery on it.
Awesome.
So we're gonna follow up because I figured that'd be good, and then somebody can. What?
Mark Barham says going to be so hot here in the next 10 days, not going to be fit for man to fish during the daytime here. I think it's going to be that way here too, Mark, but we'll either fish early in the morning or late in the evenings or at night. I'm getting ready to mount my lights back in my boat, which I had not intended on doing, but if we're going to fish, I'm not going to sit out there in that 90, 95 degree bull. I'm going to, even with the top on it, it's still miserable. I mean, but having shade makes a world of difference.
Well, I think I bought before we fished Dee's ladies tournament. I went and bought a little while back. I bought I went to Harbor Freight and I bought one of those Bauer 20-volt cordless drills.
Yep.
And that little thing is pretty powerhouse little drill for the price. I paid less than $50 for it. And before Dee's ladies tournament, we went back to Harbor Freight and they make a 20-volt Bauer cordless fan.
Mm-hmm.
And that thing puts out, I mean, it's not going to blow you out of the boat or anything, but if you're sitting down and you got that fan blowing on you, it does give you a breeze. And I'm halfway impressed by it, and I think the biggest one that's impressed me today is we stopped into Harbor Freight and bought a 20-volt Bauer cordless chainsaw.
Nice.
And they've got a deal on that one right now. If you buy the chainsaw for $74, you get a free 3 amp hour battery, which is like $55.
Wow.
So it's like getting a tool for 20.
217 Rebel Outdoors, welcome. Glad to have you in. Copy Dave Fish On says, I agree, Lyle, early or late and shade. That's right. And Mark says, Josh, you should let Lyle and Dockery help you spend your money. You shop way more than me.
I don't need help spending my money. I shop way more than you.
But if you ever get to that point, James and I will be glad to.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. See, Mark doesn't appreciate the fact that we was very kind to him. We hardly spent any of his money.
Didn't you guys get him to order a buttload of crappie crankbaits one time?
Oh, it wasn't that many. It was just a few.
I think it was like 20, wasn't it?
Well, maybe. But he needed them.
I've never caught a thing on those things.
I don't know if Mark has or not. Doesn't matter. He got them. Nightbot says, enjoy what you're seeing. Smash that like button. It's free and helps my channel in front of the new faces. Join me for the first time. Consider subscribing. I agree.
Thank you, Nightbot. He behaved so much better since I took that one little command out of there.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I ever used him, and we got out to the lake, got logged in, and everybody was like, you have got to do something about Nightbot. He's timing everybody out.
Yep. I remember that.
And so I just hit block. I just blocked him. I figured that's all I could do at that particular moment.
Yeah. Mark says it was only 8.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to order 20 then, Mark.
Well, I think he should let us help him again.
Yeah.
That would only be fair. I'm quite sure James is up for that.
I think Mark needs a custom vinyl wrap for his boat.
I agree.
Said like catfish and crappie, watch on YouTube, 8 o'clock on Monday nights. Oh,
Oh, man. He's hammering it.
I don't think he's on.
Dang, how could he miss?
I don't know. That's why I think I've got dink channel cats in here on.
Wow.
Because that hit like a channel cat.
Yeah. Josh, we talked about fish coming off the spawn. I really think this weekend or the first part of next week, them fish will really be getting hot.
Yeah.
You'll catch a ton of fish.
I think it's going to be on. And you know what? And I got to thinking about this, that it was after Catfish Weekly, and you know, I mentioned sending stuff into the bragging board, but I don't know, let this noisy truck go past. About the time that we stopped getting as many submissions for the bragging board was about the time the spawn rolled in too.
That's right, yeah.
So
but isn't it amazing that Parker caught that great fish right in the middle of spawn?
Right in the middle of the spawn, and that shows. You know, there was somebody talking the other day on the Wren Lake group, and they were talking about, you know, don't bother, the fish are spawning. And I was like, look, not every fish in that lake spawns at the exact same time.
That's exactly right. Some of them are already off. Some of them haven't started yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why it takes the whole month of June for blues.
Oh yeah.
On.
And you start looking at, you know, you look at your smaller channel cats, they're not mature enough to spawn yet anyway.
That's right.
And so they're out cruising the flat right now, because they got nothing better to do, and there's nothing running them off, nothing bigger than them running them off the flat. So they got the run of the mill.
217 Rebel Outdoor says, "Hey, where is Josh fishing tonight?"
217, I am fishing at Arrowhead Lake in Johnston City, Illinois. It's about 10 minutes from my driveway. Actually, I think I measured it out last Thursday night, and it was exactly 10 minutes from my driveway.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
He hit like a freight train. That's the truth. He did, and he didn't hook up. That's what's wild. But I need another one. I tell you what, that last one we just caught, I picked the rod up, and I knew he was bumping it. And I just waited for him, and I felt tump, 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 and I didn't set the hook. I just turned and just pivoted at the hip and just pulled the rod away from him, and that was enough to set that circle hook on that side sweep, and it locked him up pretty good. So
no, that's good. That's that. You know, a lot of people set a circle hook that way. They don't reel down. They just give it a slow sweeping.
Slow sweep, and if you go to the side, you almost always, if you're going to hook up, it's going to do it. But
yeah.
But I have been thinking. I need to throw some new noodle jugs together. I sold my set a few years ago, and I didn't care for that set. When I built them, I didn't test them as I was putting them together, and my weight that I put inside of them to make them flag when they got a bite wasn't heavy enough to make them flag. But
I think if I was going to do that, instead of using a piece of rebar, I think I would find egg sinkers that would slip up in there and use them.
They would work. I put BBs in the first set that I ever made, and they worked, except for if it started into waves, you'd get like one or two BBs rolling down, and then one or two BBs rolling down, and that would continue on until they finally all rolled in the end and flagged whether it had a bite or not. So
217 says that's 3 hours south of me.
Yep. It's a nice little lake. And what's funny is the guy that was texting me earlier, the guy that I work with, I'm not even in the good bullhead spot that he told me about. I'm in the convenient bullhead spot. You can see how close I am to the road.
Wow.
He told me about another one that it isn't real far, but I'd have to drag my stuff all out there. I'd have to walk it, and I couldn't fish just straight out of the truck bed like I'm doing. So
yeah, I wouldn't like that.
I was like, as long as this spot here keeps producing, I'll keep using it.
Yeah, you don't have to catch a ton of fish every night. If you catch a few fish and have
a few, and just catch a few of them and go. And I was looking. I've got that big one of those, and I'm going to say it wrong. It's either I think it's an IPC tote or
Yeah.
an IBC tote. It's the big, they put pesticides and stuff in.
Right.
200 and some odd gallons. I've got one of those, and I've been meaning to make a bait tank out of it, and I've got it in the garage right now. And I got to thinking, live bait I use during the warm months of the year, and I don't during the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to put that bait tank outside. But I've been looking at it. I'm going to build a more or less like a deck to set this thing on. And you couldn't just do a regular deck because it would overload it the minute you filled it with water.
Absolutely.
But I was sitting there looking at it. I said, if I made this thing roughly 4 foot by 4 foot and roughly 4 foot by 4 foot and had it, basically use 9 4x4s in there on this thing and double up everything, I think it'd hold it.
Yeah, probably. So we have Evan has joined us.
Who's that? Oh, hey, Evan.
And
Go ahead.
Mark Barnum says that jug fishing looks like fun, but we can only use 2 jugs
Per person. Wow.
I've never heard of that, Mark. But if you ever come down to Missouri, you need 33 hooks.
Mark, if you ever come down my way, we get 50 hooks per person. So
yeah,
on the lakes that you can jug. Now we have some lakes that are 2 pole and line only, and you can't jug those lakes.
Right.
Or they'll tell you in the regulations. But
that's the thing, that whenever you're doing anything other than just rod and reel fishing, in every state you need to check the regulations to keep yourself out of trouble.
Yep, and you have to they want you to put your address on there.
And I'm
going to tell you right now, I don't put my address on there, and I have my own reasons for not putting my address on there.
I understand that.
But I put my phone number on there.
Go ahead.
And I was going to say, and I've only been questioned on that one time. And when I explained to the conservation officer why I put my phone number and not my address, he fully understood my reasoning behind that. And he's like, well, he goes, it was easy enough for me to get a hold of you. He goes, this was probably easier than if you had your address. And I said, yep. So
in Missouri, we have a conservation number that you get whenever you buy a license.
Mm-hmm.
If you use that conservation number, that's all you need, because then they have all the information that you need. So
there's a cool breeze coming in.
Nice. We're still showing 69 degrees here and clear.
We got a nice breeze coming from the northeast now, and I mean, it is nice and cool.
That makes for some beautiful evening fishing. Cindy and I used to fish on the Mississippi River below the Clarksville Dam a lot at night when it was really hot. And we'd leave our house at like 10 o'clock at night and fish till 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning. When it started getting hot, we was always home.
Oh, yeah.
But, man, we caught some great fish on that river. Mark's a 74 and clear there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know what the temperature is, but I know we started getting just that little bit of breeze, and, man, it felt good.
Yeah, I can say 69 here in Buffalo, and it's pretty nice. I like that kind of weather.
And, I fished 2 different lakes today.
Where was you at this afternoon?
We took Heath's boat out there to Lake of Egypt.
Oh, okay.
And it's gonna run good.
Good deal.
We had it die out on us a couple times, but I've told him, I said, my gut tells me that's a fuel pump because, well, both times that it died out, the primer bulb went soft, and I took and reprimed it, and it'd run fine again for a while. And I held my hand on the fuel line while the motor was running, and you could feel it pulsing. And I was like, that just, it was a real choppy pulse. And I said, I bet that thing isn't pumping quite right.
Yeah, so it sounds like. Is
And
that got all the little diaphragm pumps in there?
it's got a diaphragm pump, so it's like $10 or $15 to replace it. And
Yeah, just get one.
it's cheap insurance policy because you don't want to run a 2-stroke lean anyway, because that do a whole bunch of damage.
That's right, and it probably needs one anyhow.
And that's what I told him. I said, let's do that. And then I had only put, when I went and picked his boat up, I only put like 4 or 5 gallons of gas in that tank, just enough that I could fire it up there at the house. And we got down to the lake, and I realized I hadn't put no more gas in that tank.
Wow.
So when you were sitting it up to get up on plane, I think it was leaning back, and the fuel pickup was coming out of coming out of the fuel. I think it was sucking air. So
Very well be. I think that's what's wrong with my lawnmower right now.
Mm-hmm.
When I mow the ditch or something, it kind of screws
Yeah,
up.
it might be.
That's what it is.
But when it ran. I mean, it idled good, and it got up on plane like it was nothing. So I told him, I said, you don't have to worry about carburetors or anything. This thing's good shape. I said, get the fuel delivery issue handled. And
Yep. Avid, know where you're fishing, Josh?
Avid, I am at Arrowhead Lake in Johnston, just east of Johnston City, Illinois. Avid's just getting off work, right?
I would guess so, yeah.
Or maybe Avid might be at work. I don't know.
It's hard to say. He works some strange hours sometimes.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah, I know you do. Hey, I'm going to jump out here for a second, Josh. You'll get me some ice. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Man, that lemonade's good. I've never had that before. I bought a thing of Simply Lemonade when I was at the gas station earlier. And man, it's good lemonade. All right, let's see what we got there. All right, whoa, tripping over everything. There we go. We need a fish. Well, we got a couple tonight. Still got 15 people watching here in the middle of the night. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I'd get on the camera, but you guys wouldn't see me, so it's a whole lot easier for me to stand behind it, and I could see chat. So I'm not ignoring it. I'm actually paying more attention if I'm behind the camera, and then you don't have to look at my ugly mug. You get to look at the rods. So somebody yelling or something. 11:55 here. 11:55 here too. Oh, shoot. See what we got. That's crazy how quick those things can. Josh Chad is ugly.you. Okay, I'll take that. I appreciate that, Avid. Heavy rain in Virginia. It's 12:55 there. We had a little bit of rain yesterday, and we had, right when I got out here tonight and was setting up the stream, it came for about maybe 30 seconds, big raindrops, but you could walk between them. But they were big old raindrops. And then that went away, and there's been nothing. I need to go to bed, but I'm not tired. Oh. No, I think that was my eyes playing tricks on me. I looked up and saw the rod, and I thought it moved, but I don't think it did. You got your upper back messed up. My lower back messed up. I can tell I'm due up for chiropractor. Yeah, Mark, I was going to try to hijack your live if you went live tonight. And then they told me that I thought you were, and then they told me that you were hurting your back there. Just had a shower that just got everything wet. First rain we might have had a month. Yeah, I thought I was hopeful that this year wouldn't have been like we had last year. That truly and honestly, I was hoping that the river would stay at decent levels. And I looked at the river gauge for Cape Girardeau, Missouri on the Mississippi earlier tonight, and it's already back down to 10 feet. And about 8.5, 9 feet is when it gets to where you can't launch there no more, or at least I can't launch there anymore. As it stands now, going back to the ramp, I'd have to run the trolling motor because I'd be in about 18 inches of water. That's it. Grass is burnt and is going to be history for you. Yeah, I know that's a bad thing when it turns brown and dies like that. Oh my. We'll short cast that. Walk past that. Up, going to bed. Night, y'all. I'm gonna try to make myself go to bed.
Good night, Christina.
Night, night, hon. I'll see you in just a little while. I recast everything. I swear that these things have a 3-foot circle that they patrol, and if you don't get that bait in that 3-foot circle, you'll sit all night and not get anything.
I'm not sure how bullheads work.
I don't think they go wandering quite to the extent that a channel cat or a flathead does.
I don't think so either.
I think they hole up and try not to be seen. I think everything in the lake hates them, so they hide from it.
Pretty much true. The only thing that don't hate them is stuff that eats them, or they eat.
Right. Oh, dang. Yeah, I threw that one out. That bait caster's out. Just there's some tall grass down here. Find that. You guys can see it or not. Let me. Yeah, see the tall grass?
Uh-huh.
I've got that bait caster out in front of that tall grass. Yeah, I'm trying to decide, and I might end up making both. But I'm kind of wondering about doing a just making a rod holder that would go in this. I talked about a rod rack that'd go across the back there, but I'm kind of wondering about just a rod holder that'd go in the stake hole.
That'll work.
Might have to figure that one out.
Wouldn't be hard.
No, it'd be relatively easy.
Well, basically, 2 rods is about all. If the fish are biting, that's all you want anyhow.
That's all you can handle anyway. And I mean, there's like if we go to the river, if we're going to bank fish the river, I'll put 5 or 6 out. But
that's a different situation.
But something here, 2 rods. If they get going, 2 rods is plenty.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I don't think I'd mind camping here.
Are you allowed?
Yeah, they've got just right over the way. That's a campground, those lights.
Maybe Betty and Brandon come up there and camp.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That wouldn't it?
Then they could get while they're over here camping, a woodpecker could get after their porch swing again.
Oh my God. Destructive little feller, wasn't he?
Oh man, that'd be one dead bird, I tell you.
There was so bad, not last year, year before, on my pecan tree in my backyard. I thought they was going to kill it.
I get mad at them, but then I try to think about the fact that they don't just go poke holes in trees.
No, they're in there.
They're getting the bugs that are inside the trees. So it's like, yeah, a woodpecker will tear your tree up, but you already have bugs crawling inside your trees. So
that's right.
I've got one I was looking at in our front yard the other day that I cut a limb off of it years and years ago. It was right after we bought the house. And that limb never scarred over real well. And now it's rotted out in there and it's hollow.
Ooh.
And I'm like, that tree's probably going to have to come down at some point.
I have an elm tree in my front yard. It's got one limb, I think, that's still alive, and the rest of it's dead.
Yeah, I got to looking at it, and I was like, I think I could probably, if I tied a tow strap onto this thing and use that heavy old Suburban and got it pulled in the direction I wanted, it just started cutting and just went slow. I think I could probably lay that tree. It'd lay it in the driveway. Don't get me wrong. It'd lay it in the driveway. But if I had everything moved out beforehand, then it would probably work. Josh, have you tried shining a light on the water, see if that will attract them bullheads? We can give it a shot. Hold on just a second. Now, they weren't biting here the other day until the sun went down. There it is. Come here.
Other one.
Oh, good call, Lyle.
It's on.
It's on. He's pulling some drag too.
Good deal.
Mark, I think that worked.
It sure didn't hurt. There we go.
Hey, Lyle,
Sure.
I buttoned his bottom lip too.
Is that right?
Yep.
That's great. We're not going to get off that way.
Come here, you. Hey, I'll be nice to you.
No, you're not. You poked a hole in his bottom lip. Be nice to it.
I said, I'll be nice to you. You be nice to me.
Well, that's a great idea.
There we go.
Looks like a bigger one.
It's over here.
Man, them some cute little fish.
Man, there's a pretty fish, ain't they?
They are. Now, is that a brown bullhead, Josh?
Ooh, look at that. Man, hold on. Let me get that other light. That's too pretty not to show this one off.
Mark says those are the perfect size.
Look at him.
That's a cool looking fish, man.
He's spotted up something fierce.
Them are great looking fish.
That's cool. I think they're yellow. Yellows, I don't know. They're mudcats.
Mark Barnum says Josh is going to be nice to him and take him swimming later.
Yeah. I know.
Mark
Right?
says the perfect size. I'm jealous.
Hey, we got to credit Mark Barnum with that catch.
That's right.
I went out there and signed that line around, and he bit. Makes me wonder something. I might have to try one night.
Mm-hmm.
You know those glow sticks?
What's that?
You know those glow sticks you can get?
Uh-huh.
Think about this. What if you took a... Well, I'm glad Dockery didn't out of here. That light went on flashing mode. What about taking one of those glow sticks, activating it, and then take a little syringe and suck that stuff up and inject it into a worm?
Yeah.
It'd make that thing glow.
Yep. I wonder how fishing underneath a bobber over there would work. Yeah.
He didn't waste no time. That thing.
No, he went right after it.
He did. He was done. There we go. Mark says, perfect size. I am jealous.
I agree.
Mark, come down. You got come down and I'll let you borrow my bait cooler to bring it back home, whatever you got to do. He hit hard too.
Yes, he did.
That one was wild. Well, I don't know if I have.
Mark Barnum says put one of those glow sticks on a separate rod and throw it out in the water and fish near it.
Oh, that might work too.
Great idea.
We could always rig one up. We could always rig one up like a demon dragon down there.
Yep.
Fun with glow sticks. Tell you what, most fun I've ever had with a glow stick.
Easy now.
We made me and a buddy of mine made potato guns one time. And we had gone down to one of the bluffs overlooking the Ohio River down at San Damiano, Illinois. And we were shooting those potato guns off from the top of this bluff, was shooting these potatoes out into the Ohio River. And it got dark that night. It got come nighttime, it got dark, and we couldn't see potatoes. So we started breaking glow sticks and shoving them into those potatoes, and then shooting them out of that potato gun, and they looked like a tracer going out there across the Ohio River.
Oh wow!
It was wild. A little bit of PVC, some hairspray, and a grill sparker, and you can have fun.
Cindy and I built a house in '92, south of Springfield, about 30 miles, and on the James River in Missouri. We had some neighbors that was probably a half mile from us, maybe a half mile. Anyhow, they had potato gun fights, shoot them each other's houses.
Oh man,
That was crazy.
I remember the first time I made one, and I showed it to my buddy Heath, and he's like, "That ain't going to do nothing." And I said, "Well, okay, you say so." And he's like, "That it's going to shoot a potato all of about." He goes, "That's a potato." He goes, "That's going to shoot it all of about 10 feet." And we were working at Kroger at the time, and so we went and got potatoes from the produce department, and took it out behind the store, and shot this thing, and we don't know where it went.
A long way.
But it went a long way.
These two guys that shoot them at each other's houses, then replace whatever they broke.
That's crazy.
That's what I thought. I was glad there was lots of woods between me and them.
Oh, man. We used to have bottle rocket wars. We had a real cool neighbor that every year we'd have bottle rocket wars with him.
No.
And, you'd start shooting bottle rockets at each other, and every once in a while you'd get one of those big bottle rockets, the ones that go a long way, and try to hit him with that, or he'd try to hit you with that. Now they'd arrest him. He was probably mid-late 30s at the time, shooting bottle rockets at a bunch of 12 and 13-year-old kids.
What happened one time when we was doing that, one of the kids that was at this 4th of July get-together, his mom and dad owned the local MFA or Massey Ferguson tractor dealership. So he had a little bit of money. They bought him a couple $100 worth of stuff. One of the bottle rockets got in the sack, blowed all of it up.
Oh man!
And it was hate, it's 4th of July. It was hot and been dry.
Oh,
there was hay in the fields and stuff. We was running around putting fires out. It was crazy.
Good times.
It was a long time ago. That's probably about 1974.
Yeah, we'd have those bottle rocket wars, and checking those, not M80s, but the M80 lookalikes.
I actually had a friend of mine that his parents owned a fireworks stand. They was originally from Iowa. Damn dog. And they moved down to Missouri where M80s was illegal. But they had a bunch of them. And he'd sneak us out so every once in a while. My God, they do some damage.
Oh, yeah. Those M80s were mean.
It was. That was, man, like I say, that was in late 1960s, early 1970s. Long time ago. That's right, Mark. Back in the good old days.
Yep. When men were men and women weren't.
You know, I seen that guy's name was Jerry Dorsey, and Cindy's nephew had colon cancer here a while back, and they had a big party for him at the place that he works. And we went up there, and I built a rod and donated it for a giveaway. And then I ended up buying it back and giving it to him. But regardless, Jerry's little brother uh, come up to me while we was out there. This is a couple of years ago, and asked if I remembered him. And I said, "Yeah, I do." Benji told me who you are. I would never know to heaven. He said, "I remember something that sticks in my mind. I think about you guys all the time. You guys was older. He was 6 or 7 years old when we was between our junior and senior year in high school, and we went to a St. Louis Cardinal baseball game, and we took him with us." And he said he'd never forgot that, and he reminded me of it, and I had forgotten about it. But Tommy and I talked about that out there, and he said, "Well, I got to go." He said, "Good luck to you." And about that time, somebody hollered my name out, and I won a 30-06 automatic gun. It was quite a day. All right, Mark. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you having in here.
Mark going to bed.
Yeah.
All right, night, Mark. I probably ain't too far from. I got two in the bucket, so I'd like to have three.
What are you doing, doggy? You want down, then you want up. You want down, then you want up. I'm not taking you out till I get ready for bed. So you might as well hang on.
Oh,
Let's get him. If you can get two more, that'd be great, Josh.
I take two more.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope you get feeling better too, Mark. That back pain is nothing to deal with, because I deal with that every day.
There ain't nothing more.
No, there's not. It's miserable. Will you get down? No. Pain in the ass.
Take it away from him.
No, got the other one going.
That one's on.
Fish on.
And fish on.
He got off?
Yep.
That's too bad.
And he got off right at the bank.
Dang.
That sucks. But it happens.
No. Oh, you're a pain in the ass. See you, Mark. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Mark, you too, huh?
Yeah.
Night, Mark. Get some rest. Oh, crappie day fish on. When I was a young teen, we had bottle rocket fights, and my buddy's little Mazda had bags full of fireworks, and it caught on fire, and the whole truck burned to the. Oh man!
What a show!
That's what 217 says. Crappie. I bet that was a show.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones that right there at that particular moment, you're not going to think it's funny, but
No.
man, after the shock wears off on that, you got to laugh. Ain't
That's
nothing.
like Frankie. And that sacks, he had 2 sacks full of fireworks, and the rest of us just had one little bag, you know. His family had a lot of money. They bought a bunch of it. When that first bag caught on fire, the second one was automatic. You know?
Oh, man.
That's the way it works sometimes.
We had one 1 year. I'd been mowing some lawns and had saved up some money. And when we went down to buy fireworks, because you can't buy them local, Illinois don't let you have no fun. But we went down to Missouri and bought. I was buying bottle rockets and stuff, which is always what I bought when I went down there.
Right.
They had these little square things that had like 25 little plastic missiles in it. And when you lit them, they would go off in quick succession. They just it'd send out a bunch of these plastic missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I bought one of those things, and we had that bottle rocket. You know, we started having that bottle rocket war. We were having a good one night. I lit that thing off and pointed it down there at the neighbor, and man, he was dodging those plastic missiles. He made a rule after that night. He said no more of those things.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do that.
He's like, yeah. He goes, we shot a Roman candle one time. He didn't like that because, of course, those shoot flaming balls. So he's like,
Yeah.
no.
Have you ever seen one of them go off in somebody's hand?
Uh-huh.
Oh man, they're horrible. They'll hurt you.
Yeah, you got bad deal if those would go off in your hand. Oh. Uh-oh. I found, and I almost bought it the other day, they now make a USB powered or a USB rechargeable bubble box for your bait bucket.
Really?
And it's they had one at Walmart. It's like $17, so it wasn't too expensive. And it was but it was just on or off. Now I found one on Amazon and it was $17. But it had on, off, and intermittent, where it would run like 1 minute on, 10 minutes off, or something like that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I said, that's the one I think I'd rather have.
Quit. Yeah, I like the ones that you can run intermittent, but have you ever built a charging station out of an ammo box?
I need to. I keep talking about it, and
Bill, you want to do a short tip Saturday on them?
I was gonna do one of those, and I was actually gonna end up putting put a bubbler and all kinds of stuff into that thing.
That's what I have. That's what I run. Cameras, recharge my cameras, GoPros, phones. I run bubblers on it. Run the lights in my boat off of it. The one that I film on, yeah. $217 Rebel Outdoor says we had a lot of Roman candle wars. I bought these ones that look like a Roman candle, but were called boomsticks. They exploded. It was scary I bet.
That'd be fun. I ought to do it. I ought to go make a trip to Sykeston for too long and pick me up something cool. You know, nothing like a bunch of bottle rockets or anything, but pick up something neat and do a live on the 4th.
Yeah.
Go out to the river or something and set one of those big old things off.
So if you're going to Sykeston, are you going to the home of the throw rolls?
If we go to Sykeston, we will definitely make a trip to Lambert's.
You know, we have stop, dog. We have a Lambert's right outside of Springfield.
I thought there was one over. There's three of them total, isn't there?
There's at least 3. I know the one we have one between Springfield and Ozark.
Yeah.
But it's always packed, man.
Although the one in Sykeston ain't no better. It's always.
You can
I don't
eat
think.
much. You just keep eating till you're sick of eating.
I tell you what, you go in there, and I'll order food, and I'll order food for the full intent of taking it home.
Right. Yeah.
And I can make a meal on I like the fried okra and oh shoot, what else was it? That macaroni and tomatoes.
Yep, that's really good.
Trying to think of what the other ones was that we.
They have the rolls. They have really good green beans.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the green beans are good. That sorghum, they bring that molasses around to put on those rolls.
Yep. Josh, the place that we went to eat where we had all the you can eat shrimp, they have some of the best green beans that I ever ate. I think they put
Really?
bacon fat in them.
I think Christina got those green beans that night we went there.
That was really good.
I want to say that she ordered green beans that night.
I get them every time I go up there.
Because I want to say it wasn't. I think.
Coffee Day Fish On says black eyed peas, and I love them things.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, those are good.
I love them.
Every live we do, we end up talking about food. Do you notice that?
What's up with Mark and I do the same thing. I'll take you out here and just.
We used to have a spot there in town when I lived in Heron. We had a spot called the Monarch.
Uh-huh.
And what was really neat was it was about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 blocks from where I lived. And it was it's a little bitty old brick building restaurant in the middle of a residential part of Heron.
Mm-hmm.
And, but you could order, it was cheap, and 2, it was good. And you got a lot of food for your money. Like if you ordered a ham steak, that ham steak would be about 1.5 inches thick.
Oh wow!
And if you ordered I'm trying to think what else I used to order the open face chili cheeseburger, and they'd have a bun down there at the bottom, and they'd have those little those three section styrofoam like carry out containers.
Yep.
They would put a burger that almost cover all 3 things of that, and
That's
then they'd load that thing up with chili and cheese.
217. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Have a great evening.
Okay, boys, off to bed. Stay safe. Hey, night, buddy. Good seeing you in here. Yeah. That changes stuff.
Oh man, that's funny right there. I don't care who you are.
Next time I get a chance, I'm gonna get on that Nightbot. I'm gonna make an exclamation command for, like exclamation teach Jody to cook or something like that.
Oh my God, I double dog dare you.
I'm gonna do it, and then it's gonna. I think I know what I'm gonna make it say too, and it's gonna be even funnier. All right, we need a fish.
We do.
We got 12. We still got 12 people watching. Not a whole lot chatting, but we got people watching, which is cool. So hello, everybody out there in Lurker Land. That's what I'll call it tonight. And I don't blame them. I do the same thing a lot of the time if I don't want to.
Me too, because you don't want to do all the typing and say hello to everybody.
That's it.
My fingers cramp and I get tired. I just don't want to do it, but we do appreciate you being in here tonight.
Yep. Sometimes I'll just take it. I just want to watch somebody live, and I'll be in there watching. I always give you a thumbs up. And
that's right. Joe Book 66. Welcome.
In the early 70s, 4th of July celebration in the Recreation Department, a boy tried to blow up the toilet with an M80 and blowed 3 fingers off.
Oh, wow.
And they outlawed him in Georgia. Oh, man.
That sounds right.
I tell you what, the ones I used to like cherry bombs.
I did too.
And those were waterproof.
Yep.
And you could take those to school and light them and flush them down the toilet.
I would never.
And this is a hypothetical because I don't know what statute of limitations is on something like that. But hypothetically, when they went off, you'd hear thump, like thumping the side of a watermelon, and then later on there'd be a water leak somewhere.
Uh-huh.
But that's all. I mean, I wouldn't do that. That's vandalism.
That's right. Yeah, the Dorsey family had all kinds of that stuff, but it was legal longer in Iowa than it was when.
Oh wow!
And when they moved to the town that I grew up in, they had tons of that stuff left over.
We had one little grocery store there in town in Heron that they always back in the back room had a bunch of fireworks, and it was common knowledge that they sold them, but it was just you'd go to Thornton's Market, they're like, hey, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, I need to get some fireworks. Oh, okay, go on back to the back.
Wow.
And you paid markup, you paid double markup on them, but
that's okay. If you get what you want, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good little mom and pop. Literally was just a good little old mom and pop store.
I don't even think they make that stuff like that anymore. I think it's illegal.
Yeah, they don't. A lot of that stuff they changed over to where you got to have some kind of license and stuff for the good stuff anymore.
And we have one of the biggest suppliers for fireworks right here in our little town of Buffalo. There is Ward's
Really?
Fireworks. Yeah, they got. Oh my God, Josh! They got tons of tractor trailer units setting up here. They ship all over the United States, and they give stuff to our local school, high school, when they win a baseball or football or basketball game. They blow that stuff up every night until people are sick of hearing about it. And
they have that. We had the Miners Ballpark not too far from us where we're living now, and we had the Southern Illinois Miners. It was I think Frontier League, and they used to do every Friday night. They do Friday night fireworks, and man, you could hear them. You couldn't see them from the house, but boy, you could hear them.
You see, and I don't see what the difference would be to have that kind of fireworks going off up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
The difference of that and having M80s and cherry bombs.
Oh yeah. I mean, if one of those things falls over and you got a ground detonation, you've got a big bomb. You got a bomb on your hands.
That's right. So
I think too many people blew their fingers off with
M80. Yeah.
Which I mean, what M80 was what? M80 was what? Quarter stick of dynamite?
Eighth or quarter, one of the two. I don't remember now.
They were volatile.
But yeah, I mean, I know guys that put them in padlocks on fences and blow the locks apart and put them in mailboxes.
Mailboxes, yeah, mailboxes were always good. I remember
crazy stuff.
We'd take
a long time ago.
I'm trying to think of where all we put some of those things.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yep.
Fun,
Oh, we had a ball.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm still getting over Crappie Day fish on said unless Jody is cooking. That's just so funny.
Ah, that is awesome.
I'm surprised Jody's not in here tonight.
She was in here earlier. I think she might be gone to bed.
Well, she don't get much sleep, so.
No, she was the first one in the live tonight, though.
I think so.
Let's see. That one got a good pull a little while ago. I'm going to check that one.
I see you cover up your eyes. That light must be really bright.
It's bright enough to, I don't want to look in. Well, that's awesome. You got my worm.
You got your worm. Well, you ain't going to catch nothing fishing on credit.
Ain't doing that. So let's get another worm out there.
There you go. Using night crawlers or red worms?
Night crawler.
I like them.
I like night crawler.
I do too. I think they're better bait than red wigglers, but I'll use either one I can get because sometimes we don't have one or the other here. But if I got them both, I'll usually buy a can of each.
Have you ever bought any of those? What they call them, dancing worms or something like that? They got built
No,
in.
no,
I've
have
seen them,
not.
never bought them. His name's on everything. So
Yeah, yeah. And they do that just to drag in money because of his name. Kind of like one of the organizations going use his name to attract people.
yep, it's a money grab,
That's exactly what it is.
and it worked.
It did to start with, but it's losing its appeal now. People are finding out what we was telling them all along is happening.
Hey, and you know what? I'll admit, I was a proponent of it when they first started talking about it and talked about what they wanted to do. I thought it was a real good idea, and I still say that if they had done what they said that told everybody that they wanted to do, it would be a good thing.
Absolutely.
But
But
they
you know
didn't.
where he got all them ideas?
Mm-hmm.
He got them from me and
Aaron Wheatley,
no, uh,
he had quite a bit in there.
Jody Harrison and myself and the guy that used to help him all the time had this all drawn up online. And the
Oh,
guy,
really?
the guy that, yeah, all the information, all the stuff that they talk about, the Hall of Fame, all of that, which I still own the rights to.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
they when him and I had a falling out, he had access to my computer because he helped me do stuff, and he
Mm-hmm.
went in there and took all that information and started the ACA.
Oh, man.
All of that was my and Jody's idea, and we had decided we was looking for the right people, and he took
Mhm.
all that and started it on his own and screwed us out of that and then lied about it and said it was his idea, which it never was, because I still got all that stuff, all the information, all the things that Jody and I and Daniel Parsons talked about. I
Mm.
still have all that in a file. So he can say what he wants. He's just a liar and a thief.
Oh, yeah. That's, I took some heat when it first came out for saying, hey, I think this sounds like a good idea. And I still say it sounds like it should have been a good idea. It
Yep.
was a good idea. It was not,
Wrong guy running it. That's all.
it was not implemented correctly. And the people that wanted to make some money, they made their money.
And now they're losing out because they don't have any money and they're losing their own businesses, and that's what it should happen. A crook like that. Good night, Crappie Day Fish On. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it so very much. But yeah, Jody Harrison and Daniel Parsons and myself, we had that going 5 or 6 years before they ever started the ACA, and he stole all that information from me, and I can prove it.
I was getting ready to reel that in and check that bait, and that thing got hit.
Yeah, I seen that.
So whatever's over there on that one side up close where I keep casting that is grabbing it, and it's not staying hooked. So I don't know what I got over there. It could be a bluegill for all that matters.
But if you catch one, we'll know.
Yeah. If I catch a bluegill, it's going in the bait tank too.
That's right. That's exactly right. No. Well, you're a growly little turd. You're going to keep me, and I'm going to spank your butt.
Aggravating that bullhead in that bucket, but he was starting to act funny for a minute, but I took a Gatorade bottle and just raked it back and forth across the surface of the water, made a bunch of bubbles, stirred that water up. He happy now.
That's right.
Which they can live. I mean, bullheads, they can live in some pretty oxygen depleted water.
They can. Oh, Jody woke up.
Jody,
We were just talking about your
we were talking about your culinary arts.
skills.
Yeah.
Somebody
Cooking.
started it, though. It wasn't Josh and I. You
No,
know.
it wasn't me. Who was somebody? You can go scroll back in chat and find it. Night, Crappie Day, if you're still in here.
Quit.
Oh, still got 12 people watching.
She's laughing.
Yeah, we took and
We
I
tried
thought
to
that
Jody.
I got to figure me out. I've been looking a couple different ways of filtering that bait tank, and I've got an idea on one, and I got to thinking about this, and I don't know if I had shad they would want it, but I don't know if bullheads and bluegill if it would help them or hurt them. But I thought about putting a second pump in and having it output underneath the water, sideways against the kind of running parallel to the side of the bait tank to make a current and circulate that water and make a current in that water. But I don't know if these things would want a current or not.
I don't know about bullhead.
Shad, you pretty much have to, or they'll find the corner of the bait tank and
They'll just bump their nose on till they kill themselves.
Mm-hmm. Chris Souders said that one time. He said, from the moment a shad is born, he's looking for a way to die, and Chris Souders isn't wrong about that.
That's true. That's true. Jody says, I will just make sure I get a boyfriend that can cook.
There you go.
Oh, damn.
Just remember, if Jody's using chicken for anything other than bait, just politely decline.
Pass.
Sorry, Jody. I'd like one more fish before we go.
Yeah. No. Yeah, because I'm going to have to take her out here pretty soon. She's trying to get out, so that tells me
I got 12:45. I'm gonna cut this thing about 1, I believe. That would make
like a plan.
That'd make 3 hours I've been live. It's hard to believe I've been standing out here behind a tripod for 3 hours, but
It's been a fun night. It really had. You caught a few fish, and we had a good time. We even had James Dockery in here for a while. I can't believe Jody went to sleep on James Dockery. If it had been Chad, she'd have stayed awake.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were getting hit, but we didn't do nothing. Yeah, we'll give it about right till 1 o'clock. We'll cut this thing out.
Sounds good to me. It's been a fun night. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's fun to get out and just easy fish every once in a while.
Yeah, I don't know. Cindy and I used to do a lot of fishing at night. We fished below the dam at Clarksville, which is lit up like a Christmas tree. I mean, you read a book below that dam because of all the lights that's on it, and all the bugs would actually go to those lights, so they didn't really bother us fishing below the dam. But down here, it's a little different on these lakes and stuff. You don't have places like that to fish. So, but I have really good light system on the boat. So no dog. But I'm thinking about setting that up to where we can do some night fishing, because when it gets hot, I don't want to be out there in the daytime fishing. Just don't want to.
Yeah, I know. I told Vital, I was like, somebody's got to be out here. I said, he's out of there on it. I'm like, I'm getting bullheads delivered to me, Lyle. My buddy I work with, He come wandering. He come up here. He got me 2 more bullheads. Oh, Lyle cut himself out, I think.
No, I reloaded. I thought there was
okay.
something wrong, but no, it wasn't nothing wrong. It was just me.
And I was trying to figure out, who's walking up on me? I don't know. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
He kept wanting to shine his flashlight at you down here to see if he can see on the.
Oh, he should have done it.
Green light, right? It's weird. Oh, dude, it's way down there.
Can you?
Your poles are just lit up.
That's awesome. My buddy's fishing all the way down the other end of the levee, Lyle. He said that green light hasn't. He said I'm just shining like a beacon down here. He said you can
That's
see
awesome, man. I'm glad to know that it works that well.
I said for $30-something, and you get a 2-pack, and I'm only running 1. I think it's something. And they got them in all different colors.
That's a great to know it works that good. James Dockery, I ain't scared. Yes, you are.
Oh yeah.
It's Dockery. Come on now. That boy catches more fish by accident than the rest of us do on purpose.
Oh yeah, that's why I got that text. I'm like, who the heck's this? Because I hadn't put
That's so funny.
I forgot to put it in my phone. And but then that one truck drove by real slow. And it turned around and backed up by real slow.
I got you, Jody. I got you. That's funny. What did he caught 100 and some fish one afternoon last year? It was a lot.
Yeah, we did our weekly show, and then I was like, you off the month off the holiday, so I was like, I'll just take it.
Jody, James is going on a 4-day camping trip for catfish over on the Mississippi River. So, but he's bank fishing. We'll see how he does. I'm excited about it for him.
Well, I'm not having much luck down there.
Because the other night when I was out here, I was winging out. I parked right here, and I was winging out as far towards that shore as I could.
Josh gonna fool around catching another fish. Fish on. Fish on.
There you go. Cool.
Is that a little guy, Josh?
There we go.
Doesn't look like he's very big.
I couldn't get that fish in. I had to call in help.
Yeah, me too, Jody. I hope he has a good time.
Going in the mouth.
To be quite honest, Jody, I hope that Katie and Jolene catch more fish than James does. That'd really be funny.
There we go. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
The more great bait, Josh.
This is a good one, too. I'll wait to see this.
I can't wait to see it. Oh, yeah.
That is a...
I'm telling you, them are cute, Mo. I like the looks of them.
He's got something.
Great bait.
Look at his mouth. He's got something going on his mouth. He's got a broken jaw or something.
He's got James Dockery disease.
He looks like he got a goiter or something on there.
Yeah, he does.
Flathead don't care.
That's right, Jody. No, Flathead don't care one bit.
That's that one's been biting all night. I'm going to be able to hook him.
Maybe you got rid of that one and get on to bigger and better things.
Like I said, all it took was I had to get me a hired gun.
That's right. Maybe you send him over with me.
Oh, he don't. He's nervous. Oh, okay. I was going to say he can send him down here.
Send him over here with me, and I'll take him fishing for a while.
Oh, I saw the light. I thought I saw a splash for a second. I went down there a little while ago to get some more water from my bucket, and there was 3 bluegill shining that light, and I was filling that gator bucket. 3 bluegill come up there looking like, ooh, what's going on here? So I'm going to try Saturday for Chad's tournament, for that panfish tournament. I think I'm going to try for bluegill and see if I can't. I've got one of those 2-man plastic boats. Those little back buddy thing. Throw that in. What? No.
I use bird nesting.
Oh,
That's
it's
so
not as bad.
It's
Yeah.
not so bad.
But, it was. I
I
got.
hope if people brought Chad or Josh a bunch of bait, that'd be great.
Yeah, he brought me two, and his son caught me a third. So I mean, I can't complain about that, Lon.
Heck no, that's awesome, man.
I mean, you
How many does that make you for a total tonight, Josh?
That's, oops. I think that should be. There should be like 5 in there, 5 or 6.
That's a great night. Great
You brought
night.
2. We just
Great
caught
bait.
1. 5. So I had 2 in there. I think and it's 5, 2 or 3 in there. So we had 5 or 6. So that's going to be.
An awesome bait.
And
Really.
those other ones that I caught the other night are still. Those other ones I caught the other night are still doing good. So.
Heck yeah. And you're going to take them home and put them in a live tank?
Oh. You want some of those little circle hooks I've been using? It's been nabbing them.
I got it. Yeah, let me look at it.
Yeah.
I guess it's 4
I just ordered another 1,000 of these. So. Yeah, there.
What's the gentleman, the little boy's name that caught the fish for you there?
What's your name?
Carson.
Carson.
Carson. Jump up there and look in the camera.
Too bad, bud.
How many fish do you catch tonight, Carson?
3.
3? That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Great night. Is it past your bedtime?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I bet it is. Does your mom know you're out fishing this late?
Yeah.
She does? Okay, well, it'd be all right then.
Yeah, he hanging out with Dad, so he ought to be in good shape.
Well, we're sure glad to see you in here tonight, helping Josh catch some bait.
I'm gonna try. It might help out.
Here. I
I'm
haven't
fixed to
lost
be on a 2-week vacation and haven't planned anything on it except to go to Alabama on the first for a party.
There we go.
Well, if it was me, I'd be trying to
Yep,
fish,
no,
but that's just me.
Good. So I've just been setting up with just a little Carolina. That's what we're using. Letting them rock and roll. That one's been the good one that he got over there. But yeah, I kept throwing this one out in front of that tall grass, about 10 feet off the shore. Oh, that might have been me bumping the truck.
Mhm.
Man, that last 2 weeks, I ain't had much of the channel cats right here.
I was starting to wonder if I wasn't getting pecked to death by little channel cats because I was getting stuff that would tap, 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 tap on that rod, and then I'd lift up, they were gone. I was like, I'll take
2 weeks vacation. Wow, what a deal.
Well, that sounds good. I'd take that.
Me too. But hell, once you're retired, every day's a vacation. And that's the way it is for me. I'm retired, so every day is a vacation day.
I'm looking forward to retiring, and then every day could be a vacation for me.
Well, for years, I was just tired. I didn't retire. Now I've retired.
Yeah, they were
Loving life.
56. All right, got 4 minutes, fish. You got it. Take it or leave it.
Gidget start.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
He's in Buffalo, Missouri. This is outside of Springfield.
North of Springfield, 35 miles.
He was from northeast Missouri up towards Iowa. Yeah, he's from up around Green Top.
Okay.
You must be talking about Dockery.
We're talking about Mr. Dockery.
Dockery. What's wrong with that boy?
He catches some fish, though.
He does get some fish.
And the kids love him, because he's shorter than they are. So
That's true. That's true.
he's not
20 more years. That's okay. When that 20 gets here, you'll appreciate it. Trust
I
me.
said the word 20 more. Jody, my goodness. 20 more till you can retire?
Does that mean that you're older than she is, Josh?
I don't know if that means I'm older than she is or I just retire earlier than she does because I am inside of 11.
Good for you. I'm so happy.
I'm counting it down, and I get to. You know what's funny is I started after Christina, and I get to retire before she does.
That's some funny shit right there. I don't care who you are.
That's the advantage of having a few years on it.
That's right. That's right.
Taking off. We'll see you later. I'm getting ready to pack it in too. So good seeing you. We'll time it better next time. We can get you guys down here, and we'll just have one big old live and tear them up.
That'd be great.
That'd be great, man. I tell you. How many times did I miss that fish?
Couple. Yeah.
Yeah, and he come right in and got it. So I mean, that's.
Jody says, I think I'm older. I turned 50 this year.
Oh, yeah, Jody, you are older.
I was 50 once.
I turned 42 this year.
42. I was 42 once also. Long time ago.
But yeah, I turned 42 this year, but I will retire in a little bit shy of 11.
Good for you.
I knew he had to be out here, and he'd been watching now. So 70.
That's
full
bullshit. That should never have went like that. That's when you guys keep voting for them damn Democrats.
Ours is we mandatory out at 57.
Mandatory out of 57.
At 57 is the absolute latest they will let me work.
Wow. Why is that?
It's just the.
Thanks
the
for
way,
joining Joe Buck 66. We appreciate it.
Joe Buck. That's just the way they make the rules on it.
Well,
And I'm not arguing it because we get the better end of the stick.
What are you going to do after you retire, Josh? Fish?
I'm going to go fish or I don't know what.
Well, when you retire, how old is John going to be?
Well, that's the thing. When I retire, let's see. John turns 2 this year. John was 40 when I was born. Yeah, I was 40 when John was born. That sounds right. Now, what's funny about that though is my grandpa was 41 when my grandpa, whose name was also John Dunnigan, was 41 when I was born.
Yeah.
So, but they. So if I go all the way to 57, John will be 17 years old.
That's cool. Oh, he'll be settled down by then.
Oh, yeah. That'd be about the time I need to retire and just be full-time chasing him. You know what though? If he ends up it might work out good. He'll be 17 and getting towards about the prime of his life, and I retire.
That's right. He can pick up and pull the anchors and all that stuff.
I'm just thinking I could bring him with me, and I can go in a bar and start a bunch of trouble, and be like, "Hey, here you go. You messed with him now, you know."
That's right. Be like that. He was out in Colorado elk hunting. We went to a bar, and this guy started a bunch of stuff with a bunch of the local people, and snuck out the bathroom window and left us in there with them.
Oh man.
Man, that was exciting.
Man, I tell you what, I used to have a buddy that liked to start trouble at places like that and then run off. And he didn't leave, but you'd be sitting there oblivious to what he was starting. And then the next thing you know, you'd hear him saying, "Yeah, and if I can't get it done, those 2 guys over there will." And you turn around and look, and here you got some guy wanting to fight you that you don't even know. And I'm like, "Buddy, I didn't say a word to you. Go sit down."
You know who does that? Used to do that a lot? Rusty Wallace.
Uh-huh.
We used to race down in Godfrey, Illinois, and in Granite City, Illinois, and Rusty'd go in there, and Rusty'd start a fight and sneak out of there and leave you with him. He was good at that.
Oh, man.
But them was the good old days, man.
I was never a Rusty Wallace fan.
I wasn't after the first or second time he pulled that shit on me.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been a Rusty Wallace fan at all after that. But
Oh my God, he was bad at that. You thought that was so funny. He'd leave you in there. The next week, you get to the racetrack and he'd be laughing. He thought that was so funny.
I remember my buddy.
All about winning, you know.
I remember my buddy doing that one night. He was sitting there, and next thing you know, I got some guy over there wanting to get rowdy, and I'm like, "Hey, look,
You're messing up.
I was like, go sit down."
Yep,
I said, "I didn't say a word to you." I said, "It's between you and him."
that's right. I have an ex-brother-in-law that was in the Marine Corps for 6 years. He never done anything but box. Never was beat, never made it out of the first round.
Oh man,
That's who I run around with. We was friends in school. When he got out of the Marines, we were still friends. And oh my God, he was rowdy.
well, this guy used to start all that trouble. He was about he was probably 5'8", 5'9", so he wasn't short, but he wasn't very
He
big.
wasn't giant, yeah.
And I'm 6'4". My buddy Heath, he's 6'9".
Oh my God.
And so we'd be sitting there, and that was always his thing. Like, I'll go with these guys, and I'm like, man, I don't want. I didn't come out here to get rowdy.
Nope, but it happens.
But sometimes it did.
Been there, done that. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give this. I've got 104. At 105, I'm pulling this rod out of the water, whether that fish on it or not.
It doesn't matter. And then I'm taking my dog out. She's driving me crazy.
So that's going to be.
It's been a fun night, Josh. I've enjoyed myself.
I've had fun. This is the longest live we've done in a while, but
Yep, we had Dockery in here for a little bit. Dockery.
I tell you what, if I didn't have to take, or if I could take and do that, if I could get in the habit of having everything ready to go on Monday nights, and do it from, say, Mark's show gets over about 9. If I picked it up about 9, a little bit after 9, and stay until about 10:30. As I work late, I don't have to go in until 9:30 on Tuesdays usually, so I could make the Bullheads of BS show every Monday night. But
Absolutely. I'd be glad to help you. Want to do whatever I can. It's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of good people in here.
we've had good people in chat, stories being told, and I mean, it's just
lies, truths.
it's just a different little.
It's always good to have Dockery in here. We have so much fun with him. He's such a great guy. What a great fisherman he is. I mean, he really is a super fisherman.
He's out of the chat now, so I can say it. Dockery's good people.
He is. He's great. He's got wonderful family and beautiful wife, and she does all kinds of cool stuff. And all the things.
Look at that smoke.
What is that?
I blew that candle out.
Oh, okay. They do great things for kids and teach classes and all kinds of stuff. It just don't get any better than James Katie Dockery. It don't.
That's true.
But I do like making fun of him. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm gonna make fun of him every chance I get.
Absolutely. Yeah, and even sometimes when maybe I shouldn't, but I'm still gonna do it.
And if he the good thing about him is he doesn't get mad when you do that.
No, and nobody deserves to have fun made of them more than James.
Oops. There we go. All right. Big game. I think that's.
I thought you'd catch one more tonight. Good night, Jody. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thanks for coming in with us. You know what the nice thing is, Lyle, is
What's that?
you know, for the people that are watching that might not have ever caught a bullhead, you don't have to have fancy, heavy. You
No.
don't need a Mad Cat's rod. You don't need a tanglewood catfish or a Hellcat or anything. And in fact, if you use those heavy things, it'll put you at a disadvantage with these.
I'm thinking ultralight or light would be perfect for bullhead fishing.
These are two real nice medium action bass rods, and they've been about perfect tonight.
Yep. You know, Josh, for the most part, a good medium duty bass rod is almost perfect for channel catfishing. Most of
And it's and I said almost perfect on these just for one reason, and that's because I think I had better luck with those GX2 ugly sticks.
the GX2 blank is a great blank.
That is an awesome.
It really is. I've used those a lot over the years, and they're a great blank. You rarely break one, but occasionally you do. But they really work really good, and they're very sturdy, and they just got great action to them.
Get that thing unplugged. I bet that thing's hotter.
Dog.
You know what? It's warm.
In southwest Missouri, as we speak, it is 67 degrees and clear.
You know what? I said that thing was warm earlier. It is warm, but it's not. I could pick it up.
Not bad. Not bad.
So, I mean, it's warm. I know that I got something,
If it's not burning you, that's not bad.
but it's not burning. So that
I'm glad to know that you found something that works that good.
I'm impressed with that.
Yep, absolutely.
Let's see if we can get the little bucket. About drop it in the drink.
Oh, they look so happy.
They're happy. One of them puked or something in there. Look at that.
Yeah, that's the one we named James, isn't it?
Yeah, that's James. These things act a lot like him.
They do. They got an attitude. That's
They're,
what.
little, they're little bitty, and they think they're the biggest duck in the puddle.
Till that flathead comes up on them.
For the fun part. And that's lifting that battery box into the bed of the truck.
That's awesome, man.
Can't sit them there. Oh. There we go. And in you go. All right. We got. Need to put those in the truck. Get them.
We've got 11 folks watching us, Josh.
We got how much?
11 folks watching still.
I got to 11. Let's see if I can get this thing to. I think that thing light me up. Is it lighting me up?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to call it a night. It's a little after 1 o'clock. I know Lyle's got to take the dog out. I'm going to get these. We got 5 or 6 of these bullheads in the bucket. We're going to get them taken home and put in the bait tank. And but thanks everybody that come in. I'm getting blinded by that light. I got to get out of the way of that.
Yeah, I bet so. Josh, thanks for letting me help you tonight.
Lyle, thanks as always for coming in here, buddy. I appreciate it.
I'm going to take my dog out. You close her on out, and we'll see everybody soon.
Sounds like a plan. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. We've been a little over 3 hours. Caught a few fish, told a lot of stories, had a good time. So, if you enjoyed that, give us that thumbs up if you haven't already. And I got somebody coming up the road here on motorcycle, bicycle, or something. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna close this one out. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you on the next one.